another event that we were live streaming. But we're back. It's Fight Night. It's UFC Singapore. We've got the final prelim fight just about to start right now. So quite excited for this. This is Ashley Yoder, who's coming in as a slight underdog from the US. She is coming in to take on Markos. So this should be a very, very interesting contest. As we said, this is the last prelim of the evening. So we're going to call this and then we will move on to the main card. So Randa Markos from Canada, out of Ontario. She is slight favourite here. Hello to everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for joining us on this very strange time. Very, very weird to be streaming at this time, but I got to admit, it works for me. I can tell you that it's 1:45 in the afternoon here in the UK. We're just about to go into our first round, and as we said, this is going to be quite an interesting fight. Markos coming in as slight favourite. We're going to call this action, and then, of course, we can talk about whatever you want to be talking about. We can talk about the rest of this card. We can talk about wrestling. We can talk about WWE, AEW. We can cover it all. We can absolutely cover it all. But let's stick with this action for now. Don't know how long this is going to go on for. We're 15 minutes away from the main card. And, of course, we've got Ben Askren, who's going to be appearing on that card tonight. In the main event, it's going to be a tough fight for him. Oh, Markos! Markos charging forward. Some beautiful strikes to the head. She's got that one leg tied up. Yoder trying to break free. She's up against the side of the cage at the moment. And she's really having to work quite hard here. Markos in the early stages already trying to get that takedown, can't quite get it, and Yoder actually trying to reverse, and Yoder gets it. So Yoder actually getting that takedown, and she's working a beautiful side headlock here that she's got on Markos. So Yoder has actually turned that around. She's really squeezing hard here. Markos is in a bit of trouble. I don't know if she can find a way out of this. Don't think she's going to tap. But that is a tight squeeze that she's got on. These two women, she does manage to roll it over and get out of that. So both women down at the moment. Yoder on top. Markos on her back, but looking quite comfortable now. She managed to roll out of quite a dangerous situation there. So, yes, this isn't where Markos wants to be. But it's all right at the moment. She was in quite a bad situation. But yeah, I think she would rather reset, get back on her feet, get Yoder up against the cage. Elbows coming in from Yoder. This is good work from her. Markos coming as the favourite. Elbows firing into the thighs as well by Yoder. So very, very interesting stuff as she's throwing some fists into the side of the head of Markos. And she's got Markos tied up quite a bit here. She's got the leg, but Markos is trying to get a head scissors. This is lovely work by Markos. She's got a great ground game. And Yoder again managing to just move, just switch, but you've got to be, really switched on when you're in there with Markos because she is so good with her feet. And look at that. That is lovely, lovely work, but Yoder managing just to slip out. There's a real ground battle going on right now. Really, really interesting stuff. Really interesting stuff as both women are jockeying for position, jockeying for the advantage. Markos very good on the ground. And shots to the midsection now by Yoder. Hello to everyone that's in the chat. The fight down here, it's Markos versus Yoder, round 1. She's looking for an arm bar at the moment, Yoder, looking for that arm bar. And Markos is trying to keep her away. It's very interesting. Oh, big elbow into the side of the head that Markos just had to eat, but manages to pop up. And a takedown now. She's got her head. Markos has got Yoder's head. Yoder in not a very comfortable position here. She's looking for a guillotine. Yoder pops out, though. The work that's going on here is absolutely incredible. A really, really great contest as we approach the final minute of round number 1. It's actually Markos that's on top now. Looking for strikes to the body. I'm surprised she's not firing in a few knees to the head. That head is exposed right now. She has actually changed position. I think she's desperately trying to get the arm. She's got Yoder all tied up at the moment. Really, really interesting stuff. Hello to Mason. Hello to Brian. Hello to Sherlock. I hope you're all well. What time is it in the UK? It is 10 to 1 in the afternoon right now. So a lovely time to be streaming. We're into the final 10 seconds. Knees to the body. Both women getting up onto their feet. They're trading blows at the moment. Shots to the head now. They're standing and banging. Beautiful shot by Markos. And that brings the end of the first round. Very, very interesting contest. Very, very interesting contest as these two are really throwing a lot at each other. It's kind of like chess in many ways. They're both trying to get that winning move on the ground. They're not really standing and banging. They're just kind of really looking for submission advantages. Really good. Really interesting. Let's the Iranian girl from Canada versus Clown Red Hair and some other girl. I wouldn't personally call her Clown Red Hair to her face. She is a very, very good fighter. Randa Markos in there against Ashley Yoder. That was the end of round 1. And we are going to be approaching the second round. Of course, this isn't even the main card yet. The main card starts in 9 minutes' time. As soon as we get out of this fight, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And we are just about to get underway into round number 2. So very, very excited for this. You can see the damage on the face already of Yoder. Yoder has taken a few shots to the head. Markos coming straight out. Although both quite cagey. I think Markos is going to look to throw a few shots now. I'm not sure if that game plan really worked for them. Just catching the leg there, Yoder, for Markos. I think Markos was hoping to be a little bit more dominant on the ground than what round 1 proved to be. But she's got Yoder spun around and now knees in. Oh, big shot to the head as well by Markos. I really do feel like Markos is going to get the victory in this. Not sure if it's going to come in this round, but she definitely seems to have the advantage on the feet. Throwing in some beautiful shots, and all Yoder can do is clinch. And Markos actually firing some beautiful combinations, rights and lefts. You can see that Yoder isn't very comfortable as she's going forward for that single leg takedown, but couldn't quite get it. Shots to the head and to the body by Yoder, but they're being replied by Markos. Beautiful, beautiful shots coming in by Markos, who's doing some lovely work here. Uppercuts. And Yoder doesn't seem to have much of an answer for them. The only thing I would say is that Markos doesn't really have the power that's needed in those uppercuts. I can't say that Yoder's in a great deal of danger right now. She's still standing there. She's still absolutely fine, but she has taken some big, big shots. Beautiful left-hand jab by Markos there. And a beautiful right hand snapping the head back of Yoder. Absolutely incredible. Yoder's taken some big shots to the head in the past 30 seconds. And again, every single time she's coming forward, she is finding her range, Markos. She is snapping the head back of Yoder. Yoder stepping forward now, kick to the body. Really great action, this. Really enjoyable fight. They're just showing statistics on the screen that Markos has had 20 headshots and a real flurry of them there compared to Yoder that's had about 12. But Yoder replies with a takedown. And we are approaching the halfway point in round number 2. So Markos finds herself on her back with Yoder on top. And now can we see maybe a bit of a repeat of the first round where Yoder had quite a lot of the control time when they were down on the ground. Really, really interesting, though, watching Markos, because she's never out of the fight. She's got a good ground game, and Yoder is looking to try and tie up the arms. Markos is trying to tie up the legs. She does leave herself slightly exposed, and now the shot's coming into the side of the head by Yoder. So Markos finds herself on her back with Yoder on top. Yoder now trying to tie up those arms and expose that head, expose that body. There's elbows coming into the head. Really, really good groundwork here by Yoder, who'd taken some big shots to the head when both women had been standing. And that head is exposed. There's elbows coming in. You could see some knees soon, but Markos just very quickly trying to tie up that body. Again, it is a repeat of what we saw in round number 1, where they're both jockeying for position. And Yoder kind of backing away, and Markos getting up to her feet, firing in some uppercuts to the head. Both women back down, but it's Markos now that's controlling this action. And a really, really enjoyable fight. Flipped over. Is she looking for a triangle? Looks like she is. Looks like Yoder is going for a triangle as we approach the final minute of round number 2. Shots to an exposed head by Yoder. Markos just trying to get herself into a good position here. Yoder on her back. Markos on top. And it's now been reversed with Markos firing shots to the head of Yoder. So a minute ago we saw Yoder firing shots to Markos. But now that has been reversed, and it's now Markos that's in control of this. This fight swinging backwards and forwards all of the time. With Yoder on her back, we got Markos putting that forearm across the throat, across the chin, across the jaw, and now delivering a few hammer fists. I think we're going to get out of round number 2 because we've got 13 seconds left. And these two are just trading elbows, trading shots. It's not beautiful to look at the moment, but it's going to cause a little bit of damage as we end the round. Wow. What a great, great fight. What a very, very enjoyable fight that is. Use the force, Yoder. Good advice. Do you know what? This is a real shame this isn't on the main card. I'm really enjoying it. Don't know which way this is going to go. I mean, my prediction is that Markos is probably up on the judges' cards. I think she's been better on her feet, and I think she's held her own on the ground. Yoder not out of this fight by any means. Just a really, really interesting contest. If you've got access to UFC Singapore, if you've got access to UFC Fight Night, I would urge that you find it and switch it on, because this is a very enjoyable contest as we approach the final round. We are going into round number 3. Again, hello to everyone in the chat. We will be going through whatever you want to talk about as soon as we have got through this contest. And what a contest it has been so far. They're just showing replays of those headshots by Markos. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, very much enjoying this. We're back underway for the third and final round. We've got Markos in there, who for me, because of those strikes, is probably up on the judges' scorecards. But Yoder has had a few successful takedowns. So really all in the balance as we go into the third and final. It's Markos that's charging forward with some beautiful rights and lefts, kind of really driving Yoder back. Yoder trying to find a way through, but she's not been as good on her feet when she's been trying to throw fists with Markos. Markos quite happy, standing her ground and controlling the fight when both of them are on their feet. Kick to the body by Yoder. Yoder, I think, is probably going to go for another takedown, single leg, something like that. If I was Markos, I would try and stand and bang for a while because she's going to get so much joy with those headshots. She's had a lot of headshots that have managed to get through. So looking for a kick, and actually Yoder replying with a couple of shots of her own, but nothing getting through just yet. Very, very interesting stuff so far. Shot to the jaw by Markos. They're showing 28 strikes from distance by Markos, 8 by Yoder. kind of really backs up what we're saying, that when these two are standing and throwing, Markos has got the clear advantage. They're very even when they're down on the ground, but they're on their feet still at the moment as we approach the final 3 minutes and 20 of this fight. And they're still up. Oh, she's finding a way through again, Markos. Constantly finding a way through. She's got the clear advantage when they're on their feet, and it's so interesting to watch. If I was Yoder, I'd be looking to get a takedown very, very soon. This round has not gone her way so far. The first 2 minutes of this third and final, as Markos comes forward again with rights and lefts. They're just straight down the middle. I mean, Yoder's defense is really awful. Straight down the middle shots. And she's not been defending those very well. Markos again, she's just connecting at will. Yoder though, looking for a single leg. Both women jockeying for position, and Yoder getting round the back. Look at that, out of nowhere, round the back. Yoder gets Markos down. This was a big, big moment in this round. She's going to be looking for that rear naked choke. She's going to be looking to get that arm under the chin of Markos. Markos knows this. She's got her hands up, got her arms in the way. This is a very dangerous couple of minutes now for Markos. I don't know, it's going to be very interesting if it goes to judges, because Markos has been better on the striking. Yoder has got more takedowns. And we are approaching the final 2 minutes. Markos having to work hard in the later stages of this fight, as she finds herself a little bit vulnerable here with Yoder on top. Markos turning her body over to the side so that she can protect herself a little better. But obviously, all the time this is happening, Yoder is controlling the fight. So this is all going to Yoder for control time. And Markos got to be careful. She can't use the cage to push herself off or get any leverage. She is trying to wrap herself around Yoder as we approach the final minute 20. Knees to the body by Yoder. Get the feeling this is going to go to judges. The women are both still down. They're both jockeying for position. And both women managed to get to their feet. That's good work by Markos. So top position time, 3 minutes odd for Markos, 4 minutes odd for Yoder. Yoder has controlled more of the ground game, but Markos has by far been the better striker. So all to play for as we're in the final minute. One big moment could define this fight, decide this fight with 40 odd seconds on the clock. Markos again straight down the middle with some big headshots. Yoder coming back with kicks to the body and a big, big left hand. They're just showing significant strikes. Yoder 13-8 round 1. Markos 40-18 round 2. Markos 26 in round 3 with 20 odd seconds on the clock. I would give it Markos. But make no mistake about it, Yoder has been excellent in there. I'm sure we're going to judges as we approach the final 10 seconds. Rights and lefts being thrown. She's looking for that knockout punch, Markos. She really is, and she's got Yoder staggered. I think that was her opportunity, and time has been called. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Wonderful action in there. Both women throw their hands in the air. Let me know in the chat who you think gets the victory. Personally, for me, I would be leaning and I would be giving that to Markos, but it is very, very close. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the chat who you think takes the victory there. As soon as we find out the result of this, then we will talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Of course, this is UFC Singapore, which is why we've started so early. We are over in Singapore right now. And the main card should have started around about 3 minutes ago. So, yeah, very, very interesting action on the prelims. And the main card hasn't even started yet. Of course, the main event is going to be Askren against Demian Maia. Really interesting contest. You can see my predictions scrolling along the bottom. I've gone with Maia, which might be a little bit controversial. But we will move on to that, and we will move on to whatever you want to talk about as soon as we get answers here So we're waiting for the judge's decision. I'm going to change this over to what I believe will be the first fight of the evening. Whilst we're waiting for the results to come through, we've got Salikhov versus Oh, here we go. We're getting the result. Markos 29-28. Yoder 29-28. Winner. Split. Markos by split decision. That's the way I would have gone as well. Very, very close. We said going into that final round that there wasn't much in it. For me, her standing and throwing was really what won it for her. She was getting so much joy with headshots and significant strikes. Sadly, there's no time for any interviews or anything because we've already overrun going on to the main card. And we are going to go over to that main card right now. Of course, main event, absolutely huge. We got Demian Maia versus Ben Askren in the welterweight division. Ben Askren desperate for redemption following that, was it 10-second loss when he got kneed in the head by Jorge Masvidal. So, yeah, he really does need to get a win here. But this is a very, very tough opponent for him. Very tough opponent. You've got a real good grappler. Obviously, with a jiu-jitsu background in Demian Maia. Bags of experience. 27 wins, 9 defeats. This is not going to be easy for Askren. And I think, actually, Maia could even take the win. So, yeah, there we go. Hello, everyone, by the way. Sorry if I didn't get a chance to speak to you all during that because it was absolutely incredible action. Anna Dawes, I can see in the chat saying that it's on BT Sport 3. It absolutely is. Really enjoyable undercard. And we've got the main event to come. If you are new to the live streams, I appreciate we're streaming at a different time. Then obviously we do focus on wrestling predominantly, but every single Saturday we do the UFC live streams. We're here for the fight nights. We're here for the big cards as well. And, well, things don't get much bigger than the big fight night, the big UFC show that's on the way when we're going to see Masvidal taking on Diaz. The latest on that is that the fight will still go ahead. Diaz, I think, has even been cleared now by USADA. I'm sure I read that earlier. There's been so much going on in the past 24 hours. The whole thing is absolute madness. But right now, the situation is that fight will go ahead. We will get Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. And what a fight that is going to be. I don't know what this is going to do to the mental state of Nate Diaz. I mean, he tends to take everything in his stride. But does it just give Masvidal the edge? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Shout out to Peter Christ. Markos won. She did. Days, can you check Twitter? I sent you a theory about the Funhouse. I will do that after the event, dude. Great 4-1. Shout out to you. Shay saying UFC started early this time. It has. We're over in Singapore. I got to tell you, though, I'm feeling pretty awake. We were actually streaming last night for a WWE show, which wasn't a very good show, in all fairness. This proves to be a lot more explosive, and there was no way I wanted to miss this. I'm so interested to know what is Ben Askren going to do? How is he going to respond? Because that was such a monumental moment of the year. You know, one of the biggest, if not the biggest moments of the year was seeing that knockout by Ben Askren, by Masvidal. He needs to bounce back tonight, and he's got a real mountain to climb. There's no two ways about it. An absolute mountain to climb. Right, we've got Paul Felder, Dan Hardy, John Gooden. So sadly no Bisping here or Cormier, which is a bit of a shame. I do love those guys. But yes, we are well underway now with the main card. Right, let's go down. Grateful one. Yes, shout out to you, dude. Shout out to Peter Christ. Resting days, could you sub to me and also let me in? If you send me a link on Twitter, then I can do it after the chat. What time will the Ben Askren fight be? There's 5 fights on the card. I think we've got some excellent contests where I think it's going to be a real striking fights on a couple of them. I'd expect a few knockouts on this card, to be honest. I don't see all of the fights going the distance. I think you could be looking just a couple of hours. And we could already be at the main event. Sometimes these cards can go on to like 2.5, 3 hours, you know, but I think this one, couple of hours, we should be around the time to bring out Ben Askren. WWE 2K20, gonna get it for Christmas. They might have fixed it by then. I doubt it, but I enjoyed SmackDown. It was better than Raw. That's a very low bar, Shay. A very low bar. That's like saying I enjoyed getting punched in the stomach because it wasn't as painful as getting punched in the face. That's the best way I can sum up Raw and SmackDown this week. But I am very much looking forward to UFC. And of course, you know, no shade on WWE. Absolutely loved NXT this week with that Balor moment. So, yeah, Wednesday was awesome. And of course, Tuesday with NWA Power. But we're not here for that. We are here for UFC Singapore. How long till Askren fights? We've said a couple of hours. Looks like it's going to be a couple of hours for that. I'm going to go to next week's SmackDown. Wow, should be good. It's going to be the fallout, isn't it, of Crown Jewel. And, of course, we're streaming Crown Jewel. I mean, we are streaming on Monday for Raw, Tuesday for NWA, Wednesday, NXT, Thursday, Crown Jewel, Friday, SmackDown, Saturday, UFC. It is absolutely carnage next week. Next week is the non-stop streaming shop. That's what we are. So they're just running through the card at the moment. They're just obviously going through the main event and the co-main event. We haven't even spoken about that. We got Michael Johnson taking on Stevie Ray. I think Michael Johnson's going to get this personally. That's obviously in the lightweight division. 2 veterans really there. Michael Johnson is 19 wins, 14 defeats. Stevie Ray, 22 wins, 9 defeats. But Stevie Ray hasn't looked brilliant in recent times. So I'm kind of leaning towards Johnson. So you can see my predictions along the bottom. If you want to fire in your thoughts and your predictions, then do it in the chat. I'd love to know what people are thinking about this card. And especially the main event. Do you think it's going to be Maia or do you think it's going to be Ben Askren? I'm leaning towards Maia, but it is going to be very, very close. Miss TV with Funhouse Bray. Yes, I did see that. It is going to be very, very interesting. That'll be the first time that we see Funhouse Bray in an arena. And I just wonder why they're doing that and they're not doing it in the Funhouse. Has it got something to do with maybe Fox not liking the Firefly Funhouse, as was rumoured? So now they're looking to bring Funhouse Bray onto the things like Miss TV. So, yeah, interesting. How many days rates figures have there been? I think there's been about 4 or 5. Really not many. Not many at all. And in fact, couldn't even tell you them off the top of my head. The one that always jumps out was the first, and that was the Nia Jax basic. But we are moving over to our first fight of the main card. I need to change this round over because it is not round 3. We're going to start with round 1. Seems like a good place to start. So we've got Staropoli taking on Salikhov. It's 10:12 p.m. in Australia. That's not bad. That's not bad. Normally when I am watching these UFC events, it's normally about 1 a.m. in the UK. So if you're watching and it's in the like late night, like 10 p.m., that's not bad at all. By the time it finishes, you should be just after midnight, about midnight, something like that. King of Kung Fu, Muslim Salikhov, I need to run through this fight, don't I? So this is a welterweight contest. And Salikhov is 15-2. Staropoli is 9-1. I can tell you that Salikhov is -175. Staropoli is +155. The favourite is always minus. So that means that Muslim Salikhov is the favourite going into this, but not by much. We were saying as well that there's a few fights that we can see ending by knockout. This is definitely one of them. I see both of these really standing and banging, really throwing down. It should be very, very interesting contest. Salikhov is a submission, not an expert by any means, but he will look for submissions when he gets the opportunity. But he is much, much better at boxing, and he is a KO machine. He is going to look for those KOs. He's all right on the ground, though. Don't write off his ground game. But he is a KO machine. He is the king of Kung Fu. He's got vicious counters. He's a great striker. He's a low-volume striker, Salikhov. And he's the king of spin as well. He's going to throw a lot of spinning back fists, spinning elbows. And he's quite exciting to watch because, as we said, he doesn't throw loads, but what he does throw always matters. So that's why I've gone for him, because I think that he is a very logical fighter. I think that he really thinks these things through. He doesn't just go out there and throw. Staropoli is slightly younger. He's a little bit tenacious. He's going to struggle to get through the first round. If he does, then the odds will swing in his favour. He will throw more volume, but he's got to be so careful. As we said, Salikhov is a counter striker. He doesn't throw loads. He just looks for the right opening. He's in there with Staropoli that's going to throw quite a bit. He's going to leave himself exposed. I just think that Salikhov's going to take advantage of that. I really do. Muslim Salikhov, I think, will find a way through. Don't know if it'll be in round one. I think opportunities are going to present themselves all throughout this fight. And it's going to be a very interesting contest. Please don't spam the chat. That is good advice. 5 a.m. in Las Vegas. Whoa, that is crazy. I got to tell you, I fully appreciate there's going to be a lot of our American friends that won't be able to join us on this. But I do think it's really cool to kind of stream at a slightly different time. Say hello to a few people that maybe don't get a chance to join us on the streams. Obviously, we stream whenever UFC is on for these shows on a Saturday. And it is a little bit unusual to be doing it at such a time. I can tell you that Salikhov is coming down, and he's got back-to-back wins. He's finished 14 out of 15 wins, 12 by knockout. He has got a career kickboxing record, 185 wins, 13 defeats, 76 knockouts. He is a KO machine, an absolute KO machine. But as we said, you know, don't write him off if he does go down to the ground. Staropoli, though, I don't think he's come down yet. He's younger, he's more tenacious. He's just got to get through that first round. His chances will greatly increase if he gets through that first round. Staropoli impressed me in his last bouts. Yeah, good, fair comment. Staropoli is actually already down and in the ring. Of course, we did slightly overrun with the prelims. He's on a 7-fight win streak. 4 first-round finishes. He likes to come out and throw volume. As I said, though, I do think that Salikhov is too clever. He's too smart of a striker. He loves to counter. This is going to play right into his hands. So that's why I'm leaning that way. But a very interesting contest. A very close contest as well. -175 against +155. Hard to know where to put your money here if you was going to have a little bit of a gamble. I would go with Muslim Salikhov. But honestly, Staropoli could get the victory. Nice to see a stream that's not in the middle of the night. Yes, it is. It's wonderful, isn't it? I feel awake for the first time ever during a stream. I actually feel awake. Right, Bruce Buffer doing the honours as we are about to get started with the first fight on the main card. Obviously it's following a very, very interesting contest that we just had on the prelims. Don't think this goes 3 rounds. Don't think this goes to the judges. You've got 2 strikers in there that are going to want to get this done. Staropoli is fighting out of Argentina. He is 6'1". He is the slight underdog. He's got a very good record though, 9-1. As we said, this is in the welterweight division. So Staropoli just getting his introduction. And of course, Salikhov fighting out of Russia. Fighting, of course, no surprise, out of Dagestan. He is minus 160 now. So the odds slightly closing a little. Great record as well. He's stepping in here with a 15 wins and only 2 defeats record. So really good stuff. This should be very, very interesting. Thomas Fan is the referee. Hopefully we're going to be Thomas fans of this fight. Right, here we go. Both guys step in towards the middle. We're about to get underway. Fight, there we go. We are underway with the main card of UFC Singapore. We've got Salikhov taking on Staropoli in the welterweight division. And it's going to be very interesting to see what Staropoli's tactics are going to be here, because he can't throw lots of volume and afford to get hit, because Salikhov has got that KO power. So actually very, very cagey in the first opening 30 seconds. Staropoli not throwing the volume that I was expecting. And I think that's because, beautiful spinning back fist by Staropoli, but it doesn't connect. Front leg kick by Salikhov in reply. So not really either guy throwing and landing anything yet. They're both just looking for that way through. This is very clever by Staropoli because Salikhov is a counter striker. So, whoa, look at that! Spinning back kick, but doesn't quite land. He is the king of spin. Salikhov. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Not a great deal being thrown. It's very cagey. It's only going to take one of these shots, though, to connect. Both of these guys carrying a lot of power. A lot of power. They can definitely put the other guy away in a moment's notice. And as we said, I don't think it's going to go to judges. We've already had like 1:40. There's not been a great deal to tell you about. Both guys in the center really just bouncing and looking for a way through. Not really finding that way through, but beautiful strike at close range by Salikhov, which does find a way through. Kind of fighting there in the pocket. And Staropoli backs away a little. It's Staropoli that's on the outside. Beautiful, looking for a head kick there by Salikhov, but can't connect with it. Charging forward by Staropoli. And Salikhov just taking a slight back step, but lunging forward with a left jab. Nicely blocked by Staropoli. Fires forward with a left jab, but and an overhand right, but again can't get through. Spinning back heel kick to the midsection by Staropoli. Not a great deal here that has been thrown and landed so far. Halfway through the first. Really just waiting for someone to set the fireworks off and get these guys going. But they're both being very, very cagey. It's good work, this is, by Staropoli. Good work. Really good strategy. He's not going in there and throwing the volume that you would expect. He's not getting picked off by Salikhov. And Salikhov's just not getting the openings that he would want. So it's a really good strategy by Staropoli. He is going to need to find a way through as well, though. Salikhov, I don't think, is going to give him that many openings. So this is going to be a very, very tough fight for Staropoli. And it's proven to be that way. He's not found a way through so far. Equally, though, Salikhov hasn't found a way through either. We are approaching the final minute and a half here. And it is Salikhov that's charging forward with a big right hand that connects. He's going to take a lot of encouragement from that. That might have been a slight opening of the defenses. A little bit of a back elbow by Staropoli, but doesn't connect with a great deal of venom. And now it's coming forward with a kick to the body and backs Salikhov away. That door, that opportunity seems to have been closed again. But you could sense it for a moment that Salikhov found a way through. But it's just taken him pretty much all of round one to do it. Very even fight because there hasn't been much thrown. The king of spin is spinning away and just misses with that hook kick. Hook kick just whistles past the head of Staropoli. And Staropoli constantly switching up his stance as well. They're just spinning at each other as well. Very interesting stuff. 20 odd seconds left. We want to see a lot more in the coming rounds than this. They're too reserved to make this a great fight. Was kind of hoping that they would go out there and throw, but they've cancelled each other out, unfortunately. Spinning back kick to the midsection by Salikhov, and that is the end of the first round. Not a great first round, very dull, but you can understand why. You can understand why that's happened. Staropoli would get knocked out cold if he came out blazing. You're absolutely right. And it's a really great strategy to not do that. Really good strategy to kind of see out that first round. We said before the fight started that his chances will greatly increase as this fight goes on. And even though he didn't cause any damage to Salikhov, he has survived that first round. It's going to be interesting to see what his tactics are now. I would guess more of the same. Get into that third round and see what you can do to steal the victory. Maybe that's the tactics, but Salikhov I don't think will be too dismayed. He's not been in any danger. It's not as if he's been throwing everything and not succeeding. Neither guy has really managed to get through, so all to play for as we are about to enter round number 2. Someone asking when will Askren fight? It all depends on how these undercard fights go. We're still in the first contest of the main card. And we are back underway with round number 2. And both fighters step into the centre. And actually, Staropoli has now changed his approach. He's come out and he's starting to throw volume. He's come out straight away and thrown a few shots there. Salikhov, I think, has been buoyed by that. Looks like round number 2 might have a few more fireworks. Might have the fireworks that round number 1 was missing. And Salikhov stepping forward, spinning back elbow by Staropoli, but doesn't connect. This is going to be very pleasing to Salikhov. This is exactly what he wants to see. Seems like Staropoli just wanted to get through that first round. Now he's starting to throw fists, move forward, drive Salikhov back. Salikhov, though, standing his ground and quite happy to fire those counters. He's going to get a lot more opportunity in this round if this is going to be Staropoli's tactic. Staropoli, though, hasn't had the joy I think he wanted in that first opening minute. And so his volume has kind of settled down. He went for a head kick and Salikhov caught the leg. Staropoli fires a leg kick in as well, front leg kick. Not a great deal landing here, and they are slipping back to being a little bit cagey. Whoa, some nice strikes coming in though. Salikhov not allowing Staropoli to be cagey, and Staropoli goes with a kick to the body. Salikhov grabs the leg. Manages to get him down, but he pops back up. That was a big moment in the fight. Staropoli found himself down because his leg got caught, but he managed to get right back up. Salikhov couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. Good work by both guys. And we're seeing a little advert. Masvidal versus Diaz. They're still advertising it. It's still on. It's the talk of the MMA community. UFC 244 just a week away. An absolute massive fight. Gotten even bigger after what's happened in the past 48 hours. So make sure if you're not subscribed that you join us for that, because that is going to be a lot of fun. I can tell you that we're into the halfway point of the fight, halfway point of this round. Both guys still throwing the occasional shot at each other, but... Oh, big right hand! Big right hand by Salikhov! Staropoli kicked! Salikhov caught the leg, and with the right bang! Knocked him down, and again Staropoli has to pop back up, but that was the biggest moment of the fight so far. Beautiful right hand, and Staropoli's in a little bit of trouble here. An uppercut just whistles past his face, and now, oh my God, spinning back elbow by Staropoli. If he's going to go down, he's going to go down swinging. Salikhov coming forward. He's got Staropoli backed up against the cage. Rights and lefts. The referee's taking a look. Staropoli's got his hands up. Staropoli in a whole world of trouble. Is swinging back. And he manages to get some distance between them. Spinning back heel kick by Salikhov. And Staropoli steps forward into the final minute, 20 seconds now. Both guys reset in the center, and we have got one hell of a fight in the second round. And I can tell you that the sting of the fight has been taken out. Staropoli survives. Staropoli is still in this fight, and I thought he was done. I thought he was cooked. I thought it was Sunday, and we were about to have roast because Staropoli was in a whole world of trouble for a second then. Salikhov, though, couldn't get the job done with that opportunity. And with 40-odd seconds to go, you do get the feeling we might see out round number 2. Spinning back elbow misses by Salikhov. Salikhov, though, definitely the better looking fighter in this. 33 significant strikes by Salikhov, 11 by Staropoli. As we go into the final 20-odd seconds, and swinging forward comes Staropoli. This has been great work by Salikhov. He's definitely taking this round, and at the moment he's taking this fight, and he's just got to make sure he can see it out. He might be tempted, now to take this to judges. He's going to be up on judges. That's the end of round number 2. Absolutely incredible action. Loved it so much. Really, really good stuff. So, round number 2. Absolutely deciding this fight so far for Salikhov. We're going into the third and final round. Really, really interesting stuff. You can see Staropoli is down. They're having to work on his eye. They're talking to him in his corner, going through the strategy. It's so interesting. Oh, that eye looks nasty. He's got a lump that's starting to appear under his right eye. They are obviously trying to keep that down, keep that swelling down, but he got caught nasty there. He got caught nasty with that punch to the head. They're showing a replay of it right on the money. And he grabs his eye straight away. As soon as that strike hits his face, it's right below the eye. That could swell up, and you can see that he's struggling to see out of that eye. He's going to go into this round with diminished vision, which is such a great band name. But he is stepping forward. Both guys touch gloves, and he is going to struggle here. I think he was going to struggle anyway. He's really going to struggle now. And I don't know what his strategy is going to be. He was quite cagey in round number 1, and it was a very even round. Round number 2, he came out swinging and paid the price. Round number 3, he can't see. So it's looking good for Salikhov, who has got Staropoli up against the cage and is dictating this fight. And so far, this round. Staropoli, though, great fighter, standing his ground. He is firmly in this, but is heavily disadvantaged at the moment. Salikhov will know that. Salikhov is going to be looking for a way through. Shot to the body by Salikhov. who is going to see if he can get the job done in this round, I think, before we get to judges, because Staropoli is giving him a lot of opportunities. Staropoli is actually lunging at the legs, lunging at the feet, trying to get a takedown. I think he wants to control this fight on the ground. He doesn't want to stand and throw, which can't say I blame him, because obviously he's taken quite a bit of punishment. Salikhov, I think, has got to sense that this is there for the taking. 3 minutes to try and survive against Staropoli, who's got nothing to lose here. It might be a bit of an ask. So we've got 3 minutes 20 on the clock. Round number 3 hasn't quite reached the dizzy heights of round number 2. But not to worry, because we are still getting some very interesting action as they're swinging and throwing at each other. Not a great deal landing clean, though. 3 minutes on the clock right now. Salikhov in the centre. Staropoli with a back elbow. I think the fist actually landed, connected on Salikhov. They're just like really throwing in quick little jabs, little shots to the head. There's not really anything of beauty in there. Beautiful takedown. He's round the back, Salikhov now. He's got him in a clinch, and he drives him up against the cage. So right now, Staropoli is backed up against the cage with Salikhov in front of him. Again, Salikhov, I think, just trying to take a little bit of sting out of this. Resets into the center. He's going to be looking for that counter. This is dangerous for both guys right now, because Salikhov has got a lot to lose. He's definitely winning the fight. Staropoli doesn't have so much to lose, but he could get caught with a counter. We're approaching the final 2 minutes. Staropoli with a spinning back elbow just whistles past Salikhov. Salikhov backing away. Really, really good stuff. Standing the ground, misses with an uppercut from Salikhov. Charging forward by Staropoli into the clinch. Break apart shot to the midsection. Salikhov with a kick to the body. 1 minute 40 on spinning back fist by Staropoli, but there's no venom behind it. Salikhov standing his ground, kick to the body. Again, Salikhov just backing away. Really, really interesting contest. Nice little left-hand jab to the face. Staropoli can't quite get forward. Salikhov just keeping him at bay with those jabs. And losing his footing for a second there. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Spinning back heel kick to the midsection by Salikhov. Staropoli coming forward. They're into the clinch. Looking for a spinning back elbow. Doesn't connect by Staropoli. Coming forward. All Salikhov has got to do is survive the final minute. 1 minute on the clock. Salikhov is winning this fight. And all he's got to do is get through the next minute. Staropoli knows that. He's forcing the fight. He's moving forward. Round 2 is where this swung in Salikhov's favour. 9 significant strikes to 3 to Salikhov. 27 to 8 in round number 2. That's what changed this fight. Round number 3, Salikhov, I think, has landed more significant strikes as well. We haven't had the drama that we saw in round number 2. 20-odd seconds left. Salikhov grabs the leg of Staropoli, manages to back him up against the cage. Did not think this was going to go the distance. Did not think that at all, but here we are. Looks like it's going the distance now with 12 seconds on the clock. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And it should be a win for Salikhov. And there we go. We are going to the judges' scorecard. Woo! Let's wait and see how this one is scored. Really interesting contest. Really interesting contest. I think it's going to go the way that we expected. And hopefully we get our first correct result on the board. Could this be the week where we get a full prediction sweep? That's what we're looking for. Full prediction sweep. I'm a man of simple pleasures. And if we could do that, that would be huge. I would love that. Really exciting right now. It's really good stuff. Hey Days, thanks for the follow on Twitter. No worries. Undisputed Corey. Where can I watch the fights? Depends what country you're in. If you're in the UK, then it'll be on BT Sport 3. If you are in America, then I think it's ESPN Plus. If you're in a different country, I've got no idea. We're about to go back and find out the result of the first fight of the main card. Salikhov versus Staropoli. And for me, this has got to be, a Salikhov win. But who knows? Let's have a look and see which way this is going to go. Muslim Salikhov, I was hoping for a knockout, but it sounded like a good fight. It was a very good fight. Quite cagey in that first round. Second round was excellent. Here we go then. Let's see. Scorecards. 30-26. It's unanimous. Unanimous. It's got to be Muslim. It is. It is. We got our first prediction correct. Yes. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's go over winners. So, first winner of the evening is Salikhov. Really good win there. Much deserved. Unanimous decision. Seems to have taken a lot out of him, though. He's on a 3-fight win streak right now. Muslim wins, he does. Yeah, he's talking about pressure and building the pressure. And that's how he was able to get the victory in this. Nice. What do you think would happen if Ferguson fought Diaz? I think Ferguson's in a very special place at the moment. I think he's got a lot of momentum. I think he's got a lot of belief. I think he's on the verge of something huge. Obviously, the Khabib fight. To be honest, it all depends how his next fight goes. It really does all depend on his next fight. I'm a big believer in momentum and confidence, and I think that he is really riding that at the moment. I think if he was to fight Nate Diaz right now, I think Ferguson would win. But it depends what happens after Khabib. Really does. Yes, the king of Kung Fu rocks. Double boom. Salikhov won. He did win. Salikhov did win. In fact, I need to change it over to our second fight of the evening on the main card. Need to change this over to the first round as well. Bang. Hello. Talking about Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's not on this card, is he? Who do you have for Anderson versus Walker? I like Anderson. I like Anderson as well, yes. Let's have a look and see. It's going to be a very interesting contest. Johnny Walker is a real great prospect. But, yeah, I do agree. I do like Anderson. Tony causes Khabib problems everywhere. That is an absolute mouth-watering fight, isn't it? Absolute mouth-watering fight. I cannot wait for that. I'm a big Tony Ferguson fan. And I think he has been overlooked for far too long. I think that we've got... Do you know what? 2020 is going to be absolutely huge because it is very realistic to think that we could see Khabib versus Ferguson and then McGregor gets whoever wins. We could see that. Ferguson versus McGregor is a big money fight. And the rematch against Khabib is even bigger. So, I think 2020 is going to be absolutely huge. Conor McGregor was saying that he's going to come back and work a full schedule He wants to come back and not just come back for like one-off fight. And obviously he's looking early 2020 for a fight against probably Cerrone is the name I keep hearing. But that's obviously not confirmed. He says he knows the opponent. Light heavyweight rankings, Johnny Walker, 17-3, and he's ranked 11th. Corey Anderson, 13-4, and he is ranked 7th. What do you think would happen if Ferguson fought Gaethje? I'm really hot on Ferguson. I don't think there's many people better than. I gotta be honest. It all comes down to this next fight. It really does. I think we'll know how Ferguson compares to the rest of the division by how well he does. Against Khabib. So, Corey Anderson against Johnny Walker. I was ever so confused why they were talking about it, but it is on the prelims for UFC 244. That's going to be, I'm guessing, the main event of the prelims. I haven't actually even looked at the prelims for next week. Next week is so big. So big. Absolutely huge. One of the biggest cards of the year next week. So much excitement. Ciryl Gane is up next. Dante Amaze. Connor is a melon. Hello, Broke Frog. I am good, thank you. Thank you for asking. I am very, very good. Right, we've got Don the Maze taking on Ciryl Gane. Why have I spelt that like that? Let me just change this over and I will speak to you guys in the chat. Bang. Yes, we're good. I think Khabib is going to win by unanimous. He could do. He really could do. Heavyweight fight is next. You're absolutely right. Gane versus Don Tamails is in the heavyweight division. We're just seeing some footage of Ben Askren getting ready for this fight. King of Kung Fu. Yep. Tony can't take Khabib. I don't know, dude. I really do think that Tony causes Khabib a lot of problems. I don't know. I legit, I don't know if he wins. I legit don't know if he wins. But I do think it's going to be very close. I don't think Khabib's going to put Tony Ferguson away easily. Vice versa, there's no way Ferguson's going to put Khabib away easily. I think it's going to be a fascinating fight and not one that I would necessarily want to call. I kind of want to see as we get a little bit closer to it. I think it's really hard to call, actually, that fight. I might be leaning towards Khabib. But if anyone can cause him problems, I really do think it is going to be Tony Ferguson. Demian Maia, back-to-back wins. Great record, obviously, in the main event for the show tonight against Askren. Days, what are your thoughts about Balor on backstage saying the Prince is back? Not much. Not really much thoughts, to be honest. I think that was quite obvious. He's been saying that his future lies in his past, and his past was Prince Devitt. I don't think you see Prince Devitt as a name. I think he'll stay as Finn Balor. They might even change his name to Prince Balor, which I think would be cool. But yeah, I don't expect Prince Devitt name to return, because I don't know if he owns the rights to that. I think that's a New Japan copyrighted name. But it doesn't matter. His attitude has gone back to that. Right, this fight should be quite interesting. I've got Gane with the victory here. Gane is very fast, very athletic. I think he is the superior athlete of the two. I think he's younger. I think he's fresher. I think he's going to look for that KO. I think he's a cleaner striker as well. I am a fan of Gane. I really do think he brings a lot into the octagon. He is not heavy favourite, but he is favourite. I can tell you that Dante Males is plus 300, which isn't the best odds. So I think the bookies are definitely leaning towards Gane as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. Let me know in the chat how you see this one going. I've gone with Gane. Walker, he's too unpredictable. I'm going over 1.5 in this. I want Askren to win, but I feel Maia is going to sub him. I've gone with Maia. I just don't know. As I said, I think there's a lot to be said for momentum. And I think Askren's surely going into this with a few questions. I'm not saying he's doubting himself, but I think he can't truly know where he is in the pecking order. He's got a lot of arrogance, Askren. A lot of self-belief. He's going to need all of that tonight. So let's wait and see. I've gone with Maia, but Askren definitely could get the job done. But we're getting ready for the second fight of the evening. Which is going to see Gane taking on Don Tail Mays. I want Askren to win, but I feel that Maia is going to sub him. Reyes is a sniper. I think he KOs Walker in the second. He is a good prospect. Lord Kong. Right, he's made his way down, Mays. Not sure what his statistics look like. Just waiting for him to get in. This is the second fight on the main card. Should be very interesting. Walker or Reyes? I'll go Reyes at the moment. Okay, Dontail Mays, 4-fight win streak. UFC debut. Finished 5 out of 7 wins, all by knockout. Got his contract on Dana White's Contender Series, Season 3, Week 4. I think he's at his depth, to be honest. I know he's going to want to prove himself here. He's going to be very, very focused, but Gane is just so athletic. I really do think he's superior in most departments. Dontail Mays comes into this as the underdog. I feel like this is going to be fairly straightforward for Gane. Fighting out of France, of course, Gane. Let me know who you think. Do you think it's going to be Gane, or do you think Dante Males? Okay, he's made his way down. I can tell you that Dontail Mays is in the octagon. Gane just... He seems very relaxed. He's got a big smile on his face. He's just with his trainers. We're getting ready for the second fight. If you have just joined us, you missed quite an interesting first fight. which was won by Salikhov. It's got... I don't even know if those are the right statistics. It says Alex Wright. Here we go. This is better. Ciryl Gane, undefeated, 3 first-round finishes, finished all 4 wins, 2 by knockout, 2 by submission. So, of all of his victories, he doesn't like them to go the distance, and he steps into the octagon. So, slight mistake there by the UFC, putting up the wrong statistics. This is a heavyweight bout, though. This is in the heavyweight division. Gane versus Mays. Gane has got a... They're both the same, actually. I thought he had a reach advantage. Both of these guys have got an 81-inch reach. This is going to be hard-hitting. I don't think this is going to go the distance. I know we said that in the last fight, but this is 2 big heavyweights that are going to throw at each other. Mays is a +210 underdog, coming in with an MMA record of 7-2. Right, let's have a look and see. Gane is -260. -260 favourite. Fighting out of France. MMA record, 4 wins, 0 defeats. This is going to be interesting, but I do think straightforward for Gane as well. Referee is Herb Dean. Right, let's get ready for this. We are moving to the second fight, which hopefully isn't going to take too long. I'd like a quick finish. Past 2 fights have gone the distance. Okay, here we go then. Gane versus Mays. Gane in blue, Mays in black. Gane in the centre. And again, quite cagey at the start, as you would expect. Inside leg kick. Gane trying to find a way. Both guys bouncing around. Spinning back kick, but can't land it. Gane, I mean, like, Mays is throwing a few things, few little spins, but there's nothing with any venom. And Gane comes forward with a nice little combo there. Kind of pushing Mays back. I don't think he's going to take any nonsense, Gane. Gane's not interested in these little spins and things. Goes for a head kick. And Mays comes forward. Mays throwing here, which is interesting. Kind of asking a few questions of Gane. Gane resets back into the centre. Shot to the body. Mays looking all right so far. Not looking out of his depth or anything. Going for a front leg kick. And Gane looking for a left jab. Both guys dancing around, duck underneath into the clinch by Gane. Gane has got Mays. Mays now breaks out, starts throwing. Gane moving forward, going for a kick, and Mays with a nice right hand, but can't really land it. Mays backing up, just taking a little bit of a look. He's quite thoughtful, Mays. I do like his style, looking for a back elbow. He's not letting the occasion get the better of him. He knows he's in there with a very good fighter. He's not really giving him much opportunity. We've not had fireworks or anything yet. We're still waiting to see how this is going to get going, or if someone can find that knockout punch. No one's really troubled the other person yet. We're approaching the halfway point of round number 1. Stepping forward by Gane. Nice, looking for an uppercut. Looking for inside leg kick. Just asking a few different questions of Mays. He's got him backed up against the cage. He's kind of swinging at him. Landing with a couple of shots. These are two big guys as well. But very athletic, Gane. He does look to be in the better shape. Nice, beautiful left hand straight down the centre. Kick to the body as well by Gane. Just again asking Mays questions. And again, Mays backed up. Gane standing his ground in the middle. Nice. Fighting at close range there. Mays getting a little bit of success. This would be a big shot. If he can get the victory, Mays. I mean, he has found a couple of ways through. Big right hand by Gane. Quite a messy first round, though, you know. Neither guy really getting too much of an advantage. Hard to know which way you would score it. I feel like Gane probably getting a very slight edge. Just because I think he's controlled more of the round. Gane. Nice. There we go. Gane letting the fists fly a little bit there. And again, for a split second, Mays looked like he was in a bit of trouble. Nice leg kick by Gane. We're approaching the final 40-odd seconds. Kick to the body. Nice changing of his stance. What is he looking for now? Duck underneath. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Landing on the head. Causing Mays all kinds of trouble. He's unloading now. He's got Mays up against the octagon. Mays with a back elbow. Whistles past the face of Gane. Gane having to back away. But he clobbers him again. A big knee. Referee taking a look. And he's gone down. Hammer fists now by Gane. Gane looking for the finish. Herb Dean takes a look and he breaks them apart. Is it the round or is it a KO? Oh, saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. Gane was absolutely all over him. No way, man. That was insane. That was insane. I thought he had him finished. I thought he was dead in the water. Brilliant, brilliant end to the round that was. Brilliant end to the round. Really, really interesting stuff. Mays is getting pieced up. Yep, he really is. He was seconds away. Seconds away. They're just showing a few replays here. We're about to get underway with round number 2. And we are back underway. So Mays knows that he's in a bit of trouble here. Swing and a miss by Mays. I'm not sure what his game plan's going to be. Okay, so Gane can kind of sit back a little bit here. He knows he's well up in this fight, well up on judges' scorecards. Obviously still a long, long way to go, but he doesn't have to do anything risky. Doesn't have to take any gambles. Spinning back elbow. Gane putting the pressure on again. This is surely getting a finish, isn't it? I can't see this going the distance. I really can't. Gane standing his ground in the centre. Mays, you can see that he's uncomfortable. I think he's implying that there was a low blow there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was. It was a low blow. So May's just taking his time. Herb Dean coming over. Just has a look, as if to say, we good? He's just taking a bit of a breather here as well, Mays. He knows that he's got to find a way back into this fight. Okay, he's ready to go. They touch gloves. Were back underway, so he lost about a minute there. Gane, though, I think is well up here. Oh, nice kick, though, by Mays. That was a good kick to the body. The fight has just really lost all of its rhythm, as you might imagine, because of that stoppage. Okay, so Gane standing his ground in the center. Oh, nice! Takes the legs away from Mays for a second, and he goes down, but pops straight back up. Gane just really asking a lot of questions and posing a lot of problems right now. So Gane dictating this fight. Oh, kick to the body by Gane, but a back elbow. I think it was more of a fist that landed by Mays. Gane standing his ground in the center. Mays on the outside. Gane is just, honestly, it's like a shark just waiting. He's just circling. He's just waiting to pounce. Constantly moving. Not breathing heavy. I mean, we're almost halfway through the fight. He seems to be very, very comfortable. You can see the toll that this fight has had on Mays. Took a lot of punishment at the end of that first round. Kind of feel like Gane has got this fight sussed. Mays doesn't really want to take the fight to Gane. Hard to know what his strategy is going to be here, Mays. The momentum really gone out of this fight. Look, Gane backing away. Knees and kicks, 20 by Gane, 12 by Mays. Oh, and again, looking for a shot to the body. Mays firing back. Gane with a beautiful, lovely left hand. And again, front leg kick. You can see just a little grimace on the face of Mays. He gets pushed back. Duck underneath. There's really not much being thrown here. The fight has really lost its way. Really lost its way. I mean, I don't understand what Gane's doing. Gane had the opportunity here to put this away. He just doesn't seem to want to be risking anything. Mays as well. Oh, takedown by Gane. Takedown by Gane. So he's on top of Mays. So Gane on top of Mays right now. Mays having to work quite hard. Firing elbows in. Gane is quite good on the ground. He's trying to tie Mays up. So Gane underneath. Yeah, he's on his knees now, Mays. He's trying to get back up to his feet. It's really interesting stuff. Only 20-odd seconds to go, though. It's been an awful round. It's been a really awful round. Like, Mays not offering anything and Gane not forcing the fight. Both guys up onto their feet. Mays backed up against the octagon. Gane trying to get him back down again. That's the end of the round. A horrible, 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 horrible round. Really did not enjoy that at all. But respect to Mays, he's got through it. He's managed to get through. So respect where it's due. It didn't look like he was going to make it this far a few moments ago. Mays is a tough one if he takes this to decision. Right, we're going to approach the third and final round. Why is Ferguson's cardio so good? Right, we're going into the third. Here we go. They're touching gloves. This has been quite an interesting contest. Second round was awful. First round was really good. Certainly the end. Looked like Gane had got it in the bag. But Mays has done well to hold on. Get another fight. I just didn't think this was going to go the distance. I really didn't. But here we are in the third round. Gane really should have forced it in that second. But I suppose, you know, he's got it all to lose. All right, looking for a head kick there by Mays. If this goes to judges, Gane is easily winning this fight. I haven't got high hopes for this round, to be honest. I'm not sure how much Mays is going to force this. Gane, I don't think, is going to risk it. It all comes down to if Mays is going to go for it or not. I mean, it can't be as bad as that second round. That second round was awful. We've already had a minute. Nothing of note worth. Swing and a miss by Gane. Really flat stuff. Charging forward, though, by Gane. Couple of shots to the head. They're in the clinch. They break apart. Mays still in there, standing his ground. He's done a good job to still be there. Nice kick to the body, followed up with a right hand straight down the middle. By Gane. Gane doing some good work. Kick to the leg. And again, nothing coming in from Gane. A swing and a miss. It's a left jab that just whistled past the head of Mays. Neither guy going for this. It's a really awful fight. Kick to the body by Gane. Mays just not interested. Looking for a back elbow by Mays, but not able to throw it. Shot to the body by Gane. Kick to the body. I mean, these will add up, but with only 2 minutes 20 to go, it's just awful. It's just really awful. It's a really awful fight. I expected so much more than this. So much more. Gane charging Mays back, pushing him back. 2 minutes on the clock. This is awful. It's just a really bad fight. It's dull. Gane has got Mays kind of backed up against the octagon, but doesn't go for any kind of killer blow. I think he's happy with the decision. I really do. Shot to the body, swing and a miss. Nice kick to the body. Spinning out, back elbow, 1 minute 20. Is he going for it now? Can he sense a bit of blood? He's got Mays backed up against the octagon. He's got him pinned against the octagon. Knees coming in. Mays can't seem to break free. This is his opportunity now. Mays trying to defend here. Herb Dean taking a good look. We're less than a minute from the end. Gane can't seem to get this job done. Knees coming in though. Takedown for Gane. I mean, Gane has got this if it goes to decision. No doubt about it. No doubt about it whatsoever. Yeah, Mays is down. Elbows raining down. Shots coming back by Mays. 20-odd seconds. We've got ourselves a stinker. I agree. I absolutely agree. It's been awful. Heel hook. What? Mays taps out of nowhere. Oh my god. I'm just so glad it's over. Gane with a heel hook with like 12 seconds to go. Why couldn't that have been 12 seconds in? Why did we have to go the whole fight until we get a finish? That was terrible. It was such a bad fight. I felt all the joy being sucked out of my life. But big news, we've got our second correct prediction of the evening. So we are 2-0 right now. There we go. It's done. Heel hook wins it for Gane. Thank you very much, Carlos. Appreciate the support. Gane wins. He does. Damn it, Mays. Diaz is prone to getting his body beat, and Masvidal kicks, especially body kicks. I think Masvidal takes it in stoppage. After what's happened in the past 48 hours, I'm leaning towards Masvidal as well. I just wonder what frame of mind he's going to be in. Well, there we go. Gane gets the victory, and it was awful. It was really awful. I can't put a positive spin on that fight. I really hated it. I thought the end of the first round was excellent. Second round was just awful. Third round was just as bad. And then with 10 seconds to go, heel hook victory for Gane. So the only positive thing to say is that it's over. And we are going to move towards, hopefully, a much, much better fight. This next one should be exciting. Honestly, I don't know. I'm losing confidence here. We've got Camacho versus Dariush. There we go. And we will move over to that in a second. We're just at commercial break right now. That's the next fight that's coming up. Camacho is the next fight. We're just waiting for the official decision. Of course, we already know which way that went. That's going to be hard for Mays to take. I mean, he was well beaten and then even submitted at the end. And just having a word with Gane at the moment, who wins by heel hook in round 3. He's got a record now of 5-0, and he's finished all 5. 2 knockouts, 3 submissions. Didn't look that great to me, though, to be honest. It's the latest submission in UFC heavyweight history. Round 3, 4 minutes 46. 14 seconds from the end. Usman versus Covington. Usman or Colby. I thought he was going to end it with strikes at the end. I'm just glad it's over. I'm just really glad it's over. I don't want to even think about that fight. Gane just talking at the moment, talking about the fight. Yeah, who's he want? No, he doesn't want anyone. Anyone? Said, any injuries? Are you good to go soon? No, says he's fine. There we go. Gane, well done. Please leave the screen. Right, let's move on. They're talking about the Till fight now. Till next week. Till's obviously not in a great place right now, is he? But this could be a bit of a rebirth for him. Morning, Go Pack Go. Hope you are well. Shout out to Gary McCartney. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate this is a weird time for us to be streaming, but we're well in here to this UFC Singapore. We covered the prelim fight. We've had 2 fights on the main card. First one was decent. That last one, though, God, really struggled with it, to be honest, because there was just neither guy was committing. We got a little bit of action towards the end of the first, a little bit of action towards the end of the third, and with 14 seconds to go, we finally got a result. Till will get KO'd. Yeah, he could do. I said earlier, it's all about momentum for me. And he doesn't have any. He's talking about becoming a better fighter, a stronger fighter, a stronger man. I mean, he talks the talk. He's always been good at talking the talk, but it's been a bad year. And it could get worse. Till will get KO'd in the second, or he stinks this place up like he did with Wonderboy and still loses by decision. It'll be a loss either way. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I had such high hopes for Till, but I've lost confidence in him. He says Till is a stepping stone, which is a fair comment. Wow. First round KO, according to Gastelum. I just don't see it. I don't see Till doing it. It's going to be a big fight, though. Average fight time is almost identical. Knockdown average, roughly about the same. Striking accuracy, about the same. Takedown average, though, Gastelum, heavy favourite. But takedown accuracy, slightly more for Till. But I think Gastelum's got too much. I really do. I don't even know how Till managed to get into this position. How's he even managed to get a co-main event slot on this such a big card? I have no idea. He clearly knows some things, doesn't he? He's got some dirt on people. Shout out to Logan Spence. Right. That obviously is next week. UFC 244, headlined by that massive Nate Diaz Masvidal fight. Gastelum versus Darren Till. Co-main event, middleweight bout. Right, lightweight fight now. So yeah, Camacho has gone back down to lightweight, but he is on the up. He's a good pressure fighter. Someone else that's like a knockout machine. He can get frustrated though. Dariush has achieved a lot. He's got a few issues with his boxing. I don't think his boxing is as great. And he can leave his chin a little bit exposed. It's going to be interesting. I've got Camacho with this, though. Let me know, who do you think? Dariush or Camacho? Which way are you leaning on this one? I've got Camacho. I think Dariush, as we said, he can leave his chin a little bit open. He's a confident fighter, Dariush. And only really needs one opportunity to put the fight away. I mean, if he can get round the back and get onto the back of Camacho, then he really could put the fight away. I just think Camacho is going to have a little bit too much for him, though, so I've leaned that way. It's quite close. I think Dariush might even be going into this as favourite, so I'm going against the bookies on this, and I'm actually going with Camacho. I just think Camacho has got that KO power, and Dariush can leave himself open, so I'm leaning that way. If he puts up a fight versus Calvin and loses, they will give him a shot because he moved up. Funhouse Bravers on Good Morning. Yeah, that was a while ago. Nate versus Jorge. I'm going with Masvidal. Nate has been cleared. Yes, I thought I saw that. Dariush is the favourite. He is minus 160. Camacho is plus 145. So yeah, Dariush is the favourite, but it's quite close. There's not a great deal in it. He's not like a heavy favourite or anything. So I'm leaning towards Camacho on this one. We've had two fights and we've got two correct predictions. This is a bit of a gamble, but I like it. I just fancy his striking, I really do. Dariush has got that Iran mentality. He might not turn up to fight. Is Ray versus Johnson next? After this, it will be. Yes, we will be at the co-main event. So, yes, it will be Ray versus Johnson. Okay, they're just running down this lightweight fight. I want Gastelum to win. He's a tough cookie, I tell you. I think he will, dude. I've got no concerns there. I think he's going to go into that as favourite, and I think he'll get the job done. I just don't think Kurt Till's got any momentum at the moment. Hello to Proteek. Hope you are well. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it, dude. We got 3 fights left of UFC Singapore. We're still waiting for that early finish. I thought it was going to come in that last fight, and it was very close towards the end of that first round. If it had gone another 30 seconds, I think it would have been finished in round 1. So we're still waiting for that early finish. Maybe it comes here. Maybe it's going to come in this Dariush versus Camacho fight. And then, of course, we will be at the co-main event with Michael Johnson against Stevie Ray. And the main event being Maia against Askren. Dariush from Iran making his way out. Days, you already read it. Next week, SmackDown. Bray on Miss TV. I have seen you in the photo of WWE as not yet seen. For the first time, we see Funhouse Bray outside the Funhouse. I don't understand that sentence, to be honest. I have seen you in the photo of WWE as not yet seen. What? I don't get that. For the first time, we see Funhouse Bray outside the Funhouse. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Who will win, Usman or Colby Covington? Let me know. Who do you think, Usman or Colby? I can tell you that Dariush is down at the side of the octagon. We should get some interesting statistics now. He is coming into this as slight favourite. Okay, so Dariush back-to-back wins, 6th highest takedown defense amongst active UFC lightweights at 80%. 3 wins by KO, 7 by submission. We've got Eye of the Tiger now. Big smile on the face of Camacho. Fighting out of Guam. Frank the Crank. Is Bray still a baddie? It's kind of mixed. He's kind of like an anti-hero. Okay, so here he comes down at the side of the octagon. Camacho, who I think is the better striker. I think he will find a way through. I'm looking forward to this fight. I just want something to get our teeth into. That last one was so dull. I mean, it happens. You never know what you're going to get. But I do think this has got potential to be a very exciting fight. Okay, here we go. So, Camacho, 7th highest striking rate in UFC history. 6.85 strikes per minute. 3-time Fight of the Night award winner. He's finished 19 out of 22 wins. I mean, he's got a good record, Camacho. 22 wins, 7 defeats. Dariush is coming in with 16 wins and 4 defeats. As we said, they're very close. Odds-wise. It's a tough one to call. Bray used the heel glove. He did. They're saying that Dariush's submission ability is what's going to give him the slight advantage. And I don't disagree with that. It's just, can he get close enough to Camacho to actually take advantage? Camacho has got a 1-inch reach advantage, which is nothing. Both guys same age, same height, only half a pound in it. Bruce Buffer doing the honours. Fighting! Decent records. Yeah, decent records. Minus 185. So he's kind of increased his odds a little. So minus 185 for Dariush. Camacho. What's his now? Plus 155. Okay, so Vegas odds have got him just a little bit more of an outsider. Let's see. He's gonna throw a lot, and Dariush is gonna see if he can find a way to get round the back. If he does get round the back of Camacho, this could end quite quick. Camacho, I'm sure, is going to be prepared, though. He's going to have done his research. He's going to have a game plan. I've took a gamble on this one, but I'm sticking by it. They touch gloves, and we are underway. Right, do you know what? I don't even care. I just want a good fight. I just want a good fight to call. That last one was trash. Really, really didn't enjoy it at all. Camacho is going to throw, though. We know that much. Dariush coming forward with a knee and not landing anything. Camacho, a good pressure fighter, just keeps moving forward, keeps closing down that octagon. Dariush is constantly on the back foot here as Camacho edging forward, moving forward, just using that left-hand jab. He is a much, much better striker. If these two are going to stand and throw, Camacho's got the advantage. But he's just got to be so careful because he can't afford a takedown, and he certainly can't afford for Dariush to get round the back into the clinch. And a kick to the body as well by Dariush. Camacho, though, again, goes back to just moving forward, edging forward. He's going for a single leg Dariush, and he gets that takedown, and he gets round the back. This isn't what Camacho wanted at all. This is not what Camacho wanted. Is that choke going on? Is that going to be a rear naked? He's so good. He's so good. If you let him get into positions like that, we said you cannot afford to let him get onto your back. He's looking for that rear naked choke. It's going to be hard for Camacho here. He's squeezing hard, but I don't think the arm is under the chin. If it does go under the chin, then he's done. He taps. He taps. He taps. We had that quick finish. The one thing that Camacho couldn't afford to let Dariush do, he let him do within the first couple of minutes of the fight. So, there we go. The streak is over. The dream is over. I really didn't think he was going to let him do that easily as well. Over. Done. That's how it rolls. So, a win for Dariush. Bang. Hello, Markos J. I mean, look at that. As soon as he took the back, it was done. He was on the back. It was squeezing on that chin. There was nowhere for Camacho to go. You just can't let him round the back. R.I.P. Camacho. Dariush won. He did. Hello, Jim. Hope you are well. Have you even been to bed? I did get a couple of hours sleep, yes, and then I got up. I watched the rugby, England versus New Zealand. I caught the second half of that, which was absolutely incredible. England getting the victory in the rugby through to the final. And then we were set up and ready for UFC Singapore. We've obviously watched the final fight of the prelims. We're 3 fights in now. We got that early finish that we'd been looking for. Didn't go the way that I expected or the way that I wanted. But fair play to Dariush, fair play. He got that early opportunity to get round the back. Of course, he took it. And he gets the victory. So fair play and respect to him. Camacho just did the one thing he couldn't afford. Allowed him to get round the back. But that is going to bring us to the co-main event. It is co-main event time. It's going to see Johnson versus Ray. And of course, we're getting ever closer to the main event with Maia and Askren. Iran the best. Are you English? Yes, I am. I am English. So, big day in the rugby. And even though I'm English, I still think Darren Till is going to get destroyed next week. So there we go. Not the great fight that we were hoping for, but an early finish. Rear naked choke by Dariush. Dariush putting over Frank there. Camacho. Haran, yes. Farzad, that was a good victory. He's a good fighter. He didn't really beat him at his own game, did he? I mean, it doesn't really matter. He saw an opportunity and he took it. I can't really blame him for that. I'm interested, though, to see this guy. I think he's a very good fighter. I mean, I think his record now is 17-4, which isn't bad at all. Yeah, who's he calling out? He's happy to fight in January or before. He said he's just going to leave it in God's hands. Fair play. Yep. Dariush won, yep. Askren. Yeah, what did happen, Frank? It's a good question there by Borna Bear. What did happen? Do you think Stevie Ray can shock the world with a win? No. I can tell you this next one. Michael Johnson is heavy favourite, minus 310. Stevie Ray is plus 255. Here we go. Look, they're now hyping up that main event, which looked like it was off not long ago, but he has been cleared. I gotta be honest, I favoured Diaz not long ago, but I just wonder now. I just wonder what the past 48 hours has done to him. Because it's hardly been ideal build, has it? Let me know. I'd love to know. Who do you think? Diaz or Masvidal? Just put Diaz or Masvidal. If you want to put the round and how it's going to go. But who do you think's winning it? Diaz or Masvidal? I'm leaning towards Masvidal, but I do love Nate Diaz. I've always been a fan. A shout out to Dean Winchester. Imagine if Askren actually gets flying kneed. Surely he's prepared for that, man. The way he went out as well, just looking at that knockout, it's incredible. Fastest knockout in UFC history. Why'd you put that bum with me? Nate Diaz is going to be one hell of a challenge. Let's see what people are saying then. So, Joseph says Masvidal. Dan says Diaz. Jimmy says Diaz. Husnian says Masvidal round 1. Donnie says Masvidal second round. TU says Diaz by decision. Jordan says, I think it's going to be a great fight, but I'm going for Diaz. CJ says Diaz round 4 submission. Jimmy reckons Diaz. Cowley says let's go Diaz. It's quite split, isn't it? I would say there's more people picking Diaz, but is that out of loyalty? Is that because we all love Diaz? I don't know. I think it's a really tough one to call. But after the past 48 hours, I got to be honest, I am leaning towards Masvidal. We still haven't seen the BMF title, have we? I can't wait to see that. Brock Lesnar in 5 seconds. Diaz in the second round, says Logan. Diaz by decision, says Eric. Rory says Diaz. How can you not love both of these guys? Masvidal is cool, but I just think that Diaz is an OG, isn't he? I think there's a lot of love for Diaz because of those wars against McGregor. Plus the fact he just always seems stoned, you know? It's going to be huge. Next week is going to be absolutely huge. I mean, we've got Derek Lewis against Ivanov on that card as well. Kevin Lee's on that card. Stephen Thompson's on that card. Kevin Gastelum against Darren Till that we already spoke about. Jorge Masvidal against Nate Diaz. And so much to look forward to. So much to look forward to. That is huge next week. Next Saturday, UFC 244. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, I think we're in for a real treat next week. This show has been so far. Good first fight, but everything else that's followed has been a little bit lackluster. We had a quick finish in our last contest, and of course, Gane against Mays was very underwhelming. But we are moving on to the co-main event. We're getting ever closer to Ben Askren as well. But it is co-main event time. Michael Johnson against Stevie Ray. And Stevie Ray, a little bit of a journeyman now. I suppose both guys are in a way. He was in some wars before he came to the UFC. And I think they took him their toll, you know. Stevie Ray, he had a good start in UFC and he's just kind of lost his way, hasn't he? He's really struggling a little bit now. He doesn't have a big ground threat. He's a decent striker. But Michael Johnson, I just think you never know what Michael Johnson you're going to get. You could get an amazing Michael Johnson. You could get the Michael Johnson that beat like Tony Ferguson. Or you could just get a god-awful Johnson and he could easily lose this. I feel like he's going to have too much, though. He's the faster striker, and for me, that's going to be where this match is won. I think that Johnson's got more accuracy. He's definitely got more speed. I don't think Stevie Ray has looked brilliant in recent times, and to be honest, that's reflected in the betting odds. Michael Johnson is minus 310. Stevie Ray is plus 255. I think this is going to go the way people think it's going to go, and I think it's going to be an easy Michael Johnson victory. And then that should set us up for a very interesting main event. But obviously we will cover that when we get to that. Masvidal has got the momentum on his side. He knocked out Till and Askren. Plus he's got the punching power and he can stuff the takedowns of Nate. I agree. I am leaning towards Masvidal. And then add into what's happened in the past 48 hours. You know, I mean, Nate Diaz has been thinking that the fight's off. I mean, Masvidal might have thought that the fight might be off, but he actually came out onto Twitter and said, I'll take the fight anyway. I believe that you're clean. So I think in Masvidal's head, he was quite happy to still do the fight. Whereas Nate Diaz, it was kind of out of his hands. You don't know if that's just rattled him a little bit and has kind of taken his focus away. And I don't know, it's been a rough 48 hours, I know that much for him. So, very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. I'm leaning towards Masvidal on that. In regards to the main event of tonight, I'm leaning towards Maia. I think that he is just going to have a little bit too much for Askren. I'm a big believer in momentum. And there is no momentum with Askren at the moment. But, you know, people have bounced back from nasty defeats before. And Askren, I'm sure it feels like he's got a point to prove. And he does. So the main event tonight is going to be absolutely mouth-watering. But before we get to that, we got Michael Johnson against Stevie Ray. We're in Singapore, where passion is made possible. That's their little slogan that's on screen right now, as we can see. Shots of Singapore, which looks absolutely lovely. Reyes versus Weidman, parts 1 and 2 is on ESPN+. How about Masvidal's good luck tweet to Askren? Yes, he said redemption, didn't he? Hashtag redemption. He wished him the best of luck. Right, lightweight belt. Johnson versus Ray. Ferguson, the type of guy to see holes in Kevin Lee's game plan. What would happen with the belt if Nate and Jorge draw? I don't think either guy would get it, would they? I think if there is a draw, surely they set up a rematch. People really want this fight. And it's to establish who is the BMF. I can't wait to see the belt as well. I want to know how they've designed it. I hope it's different, because like the UFC belt is very mathematical, isn't it? It's very like, it's got the octagon shape. It's very clean lines. It's all very clean. I don't feel like the BMF belt should be clean. I feel like it should be a little bit more messy. I can't wait. I'm a big fan of belts. I love like the wrestling belts and boxing belts and things. I kind of feel like for those of you that do watch wrestling, the BMF belt needs to be like the ECW, the old ECW championship. That was quite messy. Some of you might not know what that looks like. But I can tell you that Stevie Ray is making his way down. I want UFC tournaments back. Yeah, they could do something like that, couldn't they? I suppose it's all to do with recovery time and everything, though, isn't it? It's probably not allowed to do more than one fight in a night. I actually don't know what the recovery time has to be. I'm sure there must be like a legal amount of time that you have to have in between fights. Days, you're so PG, it's hard to believe it's the real you. I don't know what you mean. Days, what do you think the BMF title should look like? For me, the ECW one, which I'll try and find. It's not a pretty belt, this belt. Let me show you. Johnson, former BAMA, Cage Warrior, lightweight champion, 9 first-round finishes, 6 by knockout, 8 by submission. I think something along those lines. See what I mean? Can you see, like, it's quite messy. It doesn't have, like, the straight lines. It's got, like, the writing in the middle. It says, well, on this it says heavyweight wrestling champion. There we go. I mean, it's still got, like, a prestigious look. So you can see that the plate in the background is like quite prestigious, but look at the fonts that they use. Look at the font for world champion. Look at how they've written heavyweight wrestling in the center. Looks like it's written in blood. And then obviously it's got ECW at the top. I kind of feel like it needs a bit of attitude to it. If you think about how clean the UFC belt is, I just kind of feel that like this ECW belt has got a little bit of attitude to it. I'm getting that BMF vibe because of the fonts and the way that they've used like that red color. I think that like, can you see it's like a wound, isn't it? I think that really makes the belt just above champion. That splash of red, it looks like blood. It looks like a wound. I kind of really like that idea on a belt. Like, the belt is actually wounded. So, a few little ideas that they could take there for the BM. I'm sure it's already made. I can't wait to see it. As soon as we see it, we will do a reaction video on the channel to it. I am a big, big, big fan of belts. That's the only belt I know of that's wounded, by the way. That's actually got a gash on it. D. Johnson, shout out to you. Okay, Michael Johnson is here. 4th most knockouts in UFC lightweight history, 9. 7th highest takedown defense amongst active UFC lightweights, 79.7%. Notable wins. This guy has beaten Dustin Poirier, Barboza, and as we mentioned earlier, Tony Ferguson. This guy, the real deal. Little bit, of a journeyman now. Certainly coming towards the end of what has been a great career. Not the best of records, but he's picked up a lot of notable wins. And his record is 19 wins, 14 defeats. 33 years old. Stevie Ray is younger. I don't think that's going to play a factor. I don't think age is an issue. In fact, Stevie Ray should be doing so much more, considering he's at his prime right now. But he just, for some reason, just really lost his way. And heavy underdog in this fight as well. So, right, looks like we're getting ready to go over to the co-main event. Of course, Stevie Ray fighting out of Scotland. His odds have improved a little. He's plus 190 now, so he's still underdog. Still a firm underdog, but not as bad as it was. When I saw his odds, he was plus 255. What is Johnson? Johnson minus 240, so he was minus 310. So that has slipped a little to minus 240. Hello to Addison Gaming. Hope you are well. Okay, we are getting ready to rumble here, my friends. Leon Roberts is the referee. I don't think this is going to go the distance. I think he's got too much speed, knockout power. He's very accurate. I'm going with the bookies on this. I think it's going to be Johnson. I just don't know when. I said that I thought that it was going to we were going to get to the main event after a couple of hours. We're 4 minutes off a couple of hours, so let's have a look and see. Is this going to be a first round stoppage for Johnson? We're well underway, and neither guy really finding a way through in the first 40-odd seconds. Both guys standing their ground, though, in the centre of the octagon. Johnson lunging forward, shot to the body. Nice. Kick by Ray. Nothing really significant in the first minute, though. Johnson. Oh, that was nice. Step to the side. Beautiful right hand. Just catching the side of Stevie Ray's head there. That is so quick. Really, really good. And he'll throw from lots of different angles, Johnson, as well. So, can be quite an unorthodox striker. Not everything comes straight down the middle. As we just saw there, step to the side, bang, lovely action. And he's really going to pose a lot of questions for Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray with a leg kick. Johnson with a couple of jabs to the body. That was really nice stuff there. Still quite cagey, though. Both guys standing and throwing. I think you are going to see these two standing and banging. I don't think Stevie Ray is going to really look to go for takedowns. I'm not sure Johnson is either. He's the quicker striker, the more accurate striker, the more powerful striker. Stevie Ray still poses a threat. So Johnson can't dismiss that, but he's definitely looking the better fighter so far. We're getting towards the halfway point of round one. Very comfortable. Stevie Ray hasn't really offered anything, any questions for Johnson to think about. Johnson changing position. He's just kind of... That was good by Stevie Ray. He's just kind of taken a second here. Just a little advert for UFC 244. Again, if you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe because we're back next week for that massive UFC 244. Can't wait for that show. It's what the world is waiting for. Masvidal versus Diaz. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Couple of jabs coming in by Johnson. 1 minute 40. Neither guy really going for this. So quite cagey in this first round. You feel like, Johnson's already shown what he's capable of. Couple of little flurries. Obviously that step to the right, catching the side of Stevie Ray's head. Stevie Ray hasn't really offered anything back. Lunging forward, nice by Johnson. We're approaching the final minute of the first round. Nice, hitting him straight down the middle by Johnson. Stevie Ray constantly coming forward though. Neither guy really on the back foot. Nice little flurry. And again, right hand down the middle by Johnson. I'd say Johnson's had the better here of round one, but very, very close. Not much in it. Kick to the body by Johnson. Moving forward. Again, shots to the body. Swing and a miss by Stevie Ray. We're into the final 30 seconds. Yeah, the hand speed is incredible. We said that, though. We knew he was the much quicker, more accurate striker. Goes to the body. I gotta be honest, I don't think Stevie Ray's been in any trouble here. Obviously, Johnson hasn't either. Swing and a miss by Stevie Ray. Lunge to the body by Johnson. And that is that. So, still convinced that Johnson's going to get the victory here. I don't think he really asked enough questions for me in that round. I would have liked him to have asked a few more questions. But it is what it is. Be very interesting to see what happens in round number 2 because neither guy really built up much of a lead there. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if there's any change in tactics or do they just do the same again. How can we view the fights? Well, ESPN Plus in America, BT Sport 3 here in the UK. Okay, both guys getting ready to come out for the second round. Quite a cagey first round. Let's see where we are here. They both come forward, touch gloves, and we are back underway. Right, Johnson has really got to make this work now. He probably slightly ahead, but not much in it. He's come out and there seems to be a lot more intensity here. Couple of shots already in the first 20 seconds, connecting on the head of Stevie Ray. You can actually see Stevie Ray's head lighting up a little bit. He's taken a bit of punishment. Couple of jabs coming in from Johnson. Shot to the body by Johnson as well. Stevie Ray. Oh, beautiful left hand. Over the top, connecting. He's very comfortable, Johnson. Very, very comfortable. Right now, I can only see it going that way. Nice. Front leg kick by Johnson. First minute gone of the second round. Standing his ground in the centre. Stevie Ray just doesn't really know what to do. Can't really find a way through. Couple of jabs. Right hand jab straight down the middle by Johnson. And again, all of these are going to be picking up points for him. Keeps firing in that front leg kick as well, so keeps ticking over those strikes. Head kick by Ray, but doesn't land. 1 minute 30 gone in round number 2. Johnson again, I'd like to see him committing more than he is. He's not really committing as much as I would like to see. Nice combo by Johnson, rights and lefts. Swing and a miss. Nice. Now they're fighting a little bit closer. You can see that Stevie Ray is taking, a bit more damage to the head. Lighten up a little bit more. We're getting towards the halfway point in the second round. Johnson moving forward. Swing and a miss. It just whistles past Johnson's head there by Stevie Ray. Left hand finds a way through by Johnson. All of this, it's going to be building up. Every single shot that gets through is going to be having an effect. And a beautiful right-left there combo. Front leg kick. Don't forget the legs was the advice to Johnson, and he does fire in a leg kick, but you can see the damage that's done on Stevie Ray's face. Stevie Ray just went for a single leg takedown as well and couldn't get it. They're trading blows right now. Johnson definitely getting the better of this fight. Not a great deal landing. Oh, but Johnson starting to increase that volume. There's blood coming down the nose of Stevie Ray. Straight down the middle. All of them shots have really started to build up now. Nice. Look at this. Some real damage on the face of Stevie Ray. Johnson's got to be taking a lot of heart from that. These shots straight down the middle are finding their way. And we did say that he's not the best at defending, Stevie Ray, and that is showing here. Johnson, I don't know if anything's landed on his face. He's got such good movement. And again, straight down the middle. Nice little flurries, and these shots just come in from so many different angles. So many different angles. 40-odd seconds on the clock. Oh, big right-left combo by Johnson. Stevie Ray gets backed up. Stevie Ray needs to get cleaned up as well because his face is a mess. Spinning back kick there by Johnson. Doesn't really land, and Stevie Ray nearly finds a way in. Stevie Ray's still in this fight, but he's taken some punishment, man. Look at his face. Look at his face. An absolute mess. Johnson has done a number on him. And we are moving into the third and final round. He's there for the taking if Johnson wants it. Johnson has won. Not yet. He's close. He's very close. We're just seeing Ray in the corner getting treated. His face an absolute mess. Absolute mess. Just showing some replays here. Let me know who you think is going to be victorious in this. I mean, it's got to be Johnson, hasn't it? Unless anyone out there thinks that Ray's going to have a big third round. Johnson's going to be well up on the cards. I don't even know how Ray can get back into this fight. But I don't know, maybe there's some Stevie Ray fans out there that think he can do it. Not for me. I can't see any way back for him now. He's probably going to have to find a finish, isn't he? He's going to have to find a knockout or submission. And Johnson just seems to be very cool, very calm, very composed. I don't think he's going to give him any opening. The only problem is he can just see out this round and get the victory. Nice lunging forward with some rights and lefts by Johnson. Oh, again catches Ray on the head. It's a real slugfest now. Really, really interesting stuff here. Because I think Johnson is going for this. He's not prepared to just stand back. He wants to throw some flurries. And Stevie Ray is definitely there for the taking with a big left hand. Straight down the middle. He can get this done, Johnson. He could knock Ray out. Ray still standing his ground, though. At least we got something to get our teeth into here as Ray lunges forward looking for a takedown. Couldn't get it. Significant headshots, amazingly. 38 for Johnson, 28 for Ray. Yeah, the commentators are saying, actually, the head strikes might look quite competitive. But body strikes, it's an absolute runaway for Johnson. Body strikes, 18 for Johnson, none for Ray. So Johnson well up here. We've got just over 3 minutes to go. Hard to know if he's going to gamble here. Again, lunging for a takedown. Stevie Ray does manage to get on top of Johnson. Johnson's covering up. This is good from Ray. This is a good position for Ray, but I don't think he can get a finish here. Johnson just needs to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. It's a good position for Ray. That clock is ticking down, though. He's still got plenty of time. 2 minutes 20. He's firing shots into the side of the head, and Johnson's having to cover up. This is quite an interesting turnaround. He's getting back up to his feet. He's looking for a choke. Stevie Ray is looking for a choke, but Johnson's managing to block it. We've got some drama at the end of this fight. Some really interesting turn of events, but I don't think Stevie Ray is going to get this job done. He is round the back. Both guys are down on the floor. This is a big moment for Stevie Ray. Johnson just needs to make sure that he doesn't do anything stupid. Just see the fight out. He's moving. He's trying to get up to his feet. He is defending his neck here. He's only got to survive for 1 minute 20 odd. Shots coming into the side of the head. Really, really interesting stuff. Yeah, Johnson trying to just put that pressure back onto Ray. Just try and crush him against the fence. There's a minute to go. It's an interesting position that Johnson finds himself in, but he should be able to see this out. He is having to eat some shots to the side of the head here, though, and this is all going to count in Ray's favour. I still feel like Johnson's ahead, but this is a big, big round for Stevie Ray. 30-odd seconds to go. There's nothing much for Johnson to do but cover up and survive. He is defending himself, but the ref's taking a good look. 28 seconds to go. Stevie Ray is doing anything and everything he can. It's a big, big round for Stevie Ray, and Johnson trying to push off the cage. 12 seconds. Elbows coming in. Johnson just trying to survive. Referee having a good look at this. And there is the, wow, really interesting finish to the fight. Really interesting finish to the fight. That's going to the judges. It's got to be Johnson. Johnson surely did too much there. But how interesting that we said that we just could not see any way for Stevie Ray. And then he pulls that round out of the bag. Big, big round for Stevie Ray. I fear it won't be enough for him. Askren versus Maia is our main event that's coming up next. Really, really interesting stuff, though. Let's see how the judges score it. Official decision coming up. Let me know which way you would go. I'm really interested to know how people in the chat would score this one. Personally, I think Johnson got it. I think it was too little too late. Interesting how Born a Bear, though, says 28-28. Would you be scoring that for a draw, would you? What, the whole fight? I feel like Johnson took the 2 rounds, took round 1 and round 2. Slightly ahead after round 1, definitely took round 2. But then saying that, Stevie Ray definitely took round 3, so... Interesting. 28-28 draw, but I'm Scottish. Who've got for main event? I have got Maia for the main event as well. I think it's going to be a very interesting contest. I think Askren needs a redemption. Tough fight, though. Don't know if he's going to get it here. You are the answer, says, I've got money on Johnson. Well, I think you'll be okay. But keep them fingers crossed, dude. Because CJ's saying a draw as well. What a round for Stevie Ray. Could he get a draw here? Could he have stolen a draw? What the hell is the Merlion? They're showing us the Merlion that I've never even heard of. They're telling me it's a famous site. It's hardly the Great Wall of China. Here we go, guys. Forget about the Merlion. Let's focus on Johnson versus Ray. Let's get the judges' scorecards. Here we go. Bruce Buffer. Okay. I think it's unanimous. Majority. What? Majority decision for Stevie Ray. Johnson is furious, man. Wow. Johnson is furious. I bet you're buzzing, mate. You've just robbed it. No way he deserved that. No way did he deserve that. I'm sorry, I've got to agree with Johnson. I've got to agree with Johnson there. No way did he deserve that. I would listen to an argument for a draw. But a majority decision for Stevie Ray. There was a clear shock in the crowd as well. Johnson storms off. The two of them actually have words for a split second. Stevie Ray, I think, saying, come on, I had that. And Johnson's like, you didn't. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. That is crazy. Shout out to Carson. I was stretching for the draw. He says, I hope I showed you what I'm really made of in that fight. Yes, mate, you did. But I don't think you showed us what you wanted us to see. I mean, look, credit where it's due. I'm not hating on him, but that was a draw at best. That was a draw at best. Fight of the night he wants now. He wants someone in the top 15. Stevie Ray really believes that he's won this match. I mean, I know technically he has, but he's now calling out like top 15 lightweights. Yeah, they're just a bit shocked. He's having to try and rally up the crowd that... I feel like I've just seen a burglary. I feel like I've just seen a murder. I feel like I've just seen the death of UFC. Joking aside, I don't get that. Right, anyway, let's move on. It is what it is, and we've got much bigger things to talk about. Demian Maia versus Ben Askren. I think we all remember that image, that moment. Askren against Masvidal. He is such a great wrestler. I mean, I know he's arrogant, but I think I would like Askren to win this. Just because that was such a nasty knockout last time. I mean, he deserved it. He is very, very arrogant, but, man, you don't like to see that happen to anyone. I don't think he's going to do it. I think that Maia's going to have too much for him. Joke. Askren, round 4, Bulldog choke. Hello to Carson. Thank you for joining us. All the winners are scrolling along the bottom. We are at the main event now. Demian Maia against Ben Askren. So Maia is a grappler. He's going to be a tough test. He's definitely got the boxing advantage. Might be a few questions on his cardio. He can struggle against wrestlers, which I do think is worth mentioning. He's obviously got a jiu-jitsu background, but he can throw. He's not really a boxer. He's a grappler, but he can throw. He's definitely a better striker than Ben Askren. But I don't know if he's going to find much advantage there. I don't know if that's going to be an area that he can look to win the contest. Askren, though, is going to be looking for redemption after that defeat to Masvidal. Askren likes to build pressure. He doesn't have a knockout threat. He does have that wrestling advantage. The jury is out. That's what it comes down to. The jury is still out on Askren. He joined the UFC in a big fanfare, picked up a victory, and then obviously went up against Masvidal. And look at it's horrific to watch. It's really horrific to watch. There we go. Askren said it's something that happened. He didn't really love it, and he's going to bounce back fast. This is the 10th ranked person in the welterweight division. Maia taking on the 11th in Ben Askren. Ben Askren's record is absolutely incredible. 19-1, so he's a tough guy to write off. I mean, that is a great record. 19-1. Maia, 27-9. I can tell you that Askren's coming into this as favourite. Only just, though. I think it's like a minus 190, minus 180. Maia is plus 160. Not much in this, guys. Not much in this at all. For me, I just think there's questions about Askren. I wonder if he's going to be a little bit too desperate to get that redemption. You just can't give an inch to Maia. And I just worry if Ben Askren might. Maia is going to copy exactly what Masvidal did and get the same result. I don't think so. I would be amazed if he did. If he goes running forward with that flying knee. He says he just needs 1 or 2 openings to finish the fight. It is main event time, guys. Maia versus Askren. Very, very close. Get your predictions in the chat. Which way do you think this is going to go? Do you think it's going to go to Askren? Do you think it's going to go to Maia? I've predicted Maia. Wouldn't surprise me if Askren won, though. He's definitely got the tools to do it. Fantastic wrestler. And of course, you know, that defeat, he didn't even get a chance to throw a single punch or get on a single hold or get into a grapple or a clinch or do anything. It was a flying knee. Put him away early. You know, if Maia's not got a tactic like that and these two do actually grapple, which way does it go? Who is the better grappler? Maia brings the experience. What does Askren bring? That's the question. What does Askren bring? Obviously, he's looking for redemption. Is he going to be too desperate for that? Askren makes the ring walk first of all. Yeah, Maia has fought literally everybody. Askren, second round, camel clutch. Maybe a Boston crab. Askren all the way. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Ben Askren, 9 first-round finishes, 6 wins by knockout, 6 by submission, 2008 Olympian, freestyle wrestling. He's had such a great career. Of course, the word at the moment is redemption. That's what he's looking for. A great career, but right now, his UFC career is in tatters. He needs this win. I don't know where Ben Askren goes after here if he loses this. I mean, that's another factor as well. There's a lot of pressure on those shoulders. I don't know if he's feeling that pressure or not, but it's definitely there. It's definitely there. The pressure is on his shoulders. What can he do? Where does he go from here? So Askren is in the octagon. And we're just waiting for Demian Maia. We're in UFC Singapore. Obviously, that's why we're streaming at quite a weird time. But it's nice. It's nice to be streaming at a different time. If Askren wins, who should he go for next? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I mean, it's hard for me to say because I don't think he's going to win. I've gone with Maia. But let me know, who would you want to see? That's the better question. Who would you want to see him go after next? Singapore in the morning. It's going to be a boring fight. I think it's going to be a bit of a chess match, actually. You got 2 grapplers, and I think you're right. I think there's a very good chance that they cancel each other out. They're not going to be throwing, are they? They're literally just going to be grappling and looking for takedowns. Yeah, it's a really good point as well by the commentary team. This is going to be the first opponent of Askren's that's actually going to stand and try and engage in a grappling contest. Second most submissions in UFC history with 10. 6th most takedowns in UFC history with 65. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Demian Maia, ranked 10th in the division. He's coming in as a slight underdog. It is main event time. I gotta tell you, this has got that big fight feel. There's a lot on the line here. A win over Ben Askren would be huge for Maia, but also Ben Askren, you know, if he loses this, he kind of goes off into the wilderness, doesn't he? Kind of goes off into some dark places. He'd have to pick up a couple of wins to really get himself back into contention. if he loses this here, I gotta be honest, I mean, if he loses this convincingly as well, does retirement come over his mind as well? I mean, he's 35. I know he can still go on for a while, but that was a big loss he took against Masvidal, an embarrassing loss as well. If he picks up a loss here, then, I don't know, does he start to acknowledge that he's a little bit out of his depth? This is a big fight. This is a big, big fight. There was a lot of fanfare around Askren when he first came in. It's still there now. A lot of people in the chat think Askren's going to do this. Ben Askren to win via flying knee. Please, God, make it happen. Maia is going to slaughter Askren round 2, says Abdullah. Maia by head kick, says Billy Summers. Maia by is that booby slap, says James Sharp. Booby jiggle. Addison says Askren. Hazel says Askren loses and then will join the commentary team. What, straight away? As soon as he loses, just goes straight over, puts the headset on, and that's him done. He is minus 150 favourite, so I don't think the odds have changed that drastic for Ben Askren here. Third round boredom. Yeah, I mean, you could be right. Who's going to win this? It might not be the fans. It could just be these two guys trying to find a way to get the other down, to get on top. There's going to be a lot of ground game, and I don't mind that, to be honest. I think that it can be very interesting watching them jockeying for position. Constantly, you know, trying to get that advantage. It's kind of like chess when you've got a good ground game. The levels of concentration are absolutely insane. Can really sap someone's energy when you've got a good two grapplers really trying to find that advantage. I do find it interesting. But let's see. Look, Askren steps forward, stares at Maia Masvidal. I'm having flashbacks to Masvidal, let alone Askren. Here we go then. I'm sure he is having flashbacks to that Masvidal fight right now. I don't think he's going to go charging in. Here we go. We're underway. And no, he has not been knocked out. Big news for the Askren corner. He's still standing. I can tell you that Maia is actually looking to throw. Kind of jabbing a little bit with that right jab. Through a left. Askren standing, keeping those fists up. Of course, he's got no interest in throwing strikes. He's just kind of trying to defend and take those shots so that he can find an opening and get through. Front leg kick by Askren, and he's charging forward here. This is our welterweight main event. Wow! Spinning back elbow just whistles past Maia's head. And now they are into a clinch. Knees into the body by Maia. Maia is the slight underdog here, but he is higher in the rankings. Comes with bags of experience. And he is not going to be fazed by Askren at all. And this is a real test now for Askren. What does Askren bring to the UFC? He came in with a lot of fanfare. Obviously picked up big victory. But then hit an absolute brick wall called Masvidal. Masvidal now finds himself in the main event of UFC 244. And Askren has got it all to prove here tonight. So, into the clinch with Maia. Knees coming in. Very interesting first minute and a half here. As neither guy really has got the advantage. They're both trying to engage, though. There's not a great deal of distance between them. And Maia is quite interested in throwing fists. I don't think he's trying to knock him out, but I think he is looking to maybe stun him and then follow it up with a takedown. Whereas all Askren can do is try and defend those shots and find a way in that way. They are in the clinch right now, and Askren has grabbed the arm of Maia. Couple of little jabs now coming forward, and Askren backs away into a headlock. Knees coming into the body, and Maia tries to break apart. I think some of them shots have been getting through by Askren. Askren charging forward again, lunging forward again. And again, jab straight down the center by Maia. Maia has got to be careful here because Askren's doing some decent stuff. I think he has taken some shots to the head here, Maia. There's going to be a few question marks about his cardio as well because, 5 rounds. He's 41 years old, Maia. Kind of needed to find a way through for me. I think the longer the fight goes on, the more it does favour Askren. I think Askren might even know that. Maia is swinging some punches in, but they don't seem to be stopping Askren, who just kind of walked through them. He's got into a clinch with Maia. Maia, again, just kind of swinging those fists. Couple of quick little uppercuts by Askren. It's good work by Askren. Good work. Askren shots to the body. Maia seems to be kind of breathing a little heavy here. Askren seems to be quite comfortable. I like what I've seen from Askren so far. Askren is the one that's moving forward. Maia, though, still in this fight. Nice body shot there by Maia, just to prove that point. But he is getting caught too much. His defense is awful. Maia's defense is awful. Askren is not a striker, but he is finding shots straight down the middle. You can see red on the nose of Maia. I don't think Maia has caused that kind of damage to Askren. So Askren getting some real success here, straight down the middle a large part of the time. They're both looking for takedowns. They both temporarily go down. Askren is on top of Maia. He's driving that shoulder into the chin. He's putting all of the weight down as well. Some lovely grappling here. I tell you, I do like a good grappling fight, but he might have left his arm out. Demian Maia was looking for the arm bar, and now he's looking for the leg. He's having to try and cover up here. Askren on his feet with Maia down. Askren takes the back. This is what I'm saying about chess. They're constantly moving and jockeying for position and moving around, and so interesting. Really good as we approach the final few seconds here of the round, and they're broken apart. Askren got that one-hit knockout power. I'm not sure he has. I can't say we've necessarily seen it, but he has been throwing shots straight down the center, and they have been causing problems. I'd say Askren looks the better after that first round. Not a great deal in it, though. Not a great deal in it. I do think the longer it goes on, the more it favours Askren, just because of the age of Maia. But Askren looks... look, he's got through the first round. He must be over the moon. He got through the first 10 seconds. He must be giddy. We're just seeing that Maia did find a way through a few times. It just doesn't seem to be as much damage. And maybe that's got something to do with age. There is 6 years between these two, and Demian Maia is the wrong side of 40. He's got to know that. That's got to play a part in this second round. We are underway in round 2. Askren throwing a few jabs straight down the center, and Maia has to back away. Nice kick blocked by Askren. I really enjoy hearing the fight in your accent. Okay, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate the support, dude. Couple of quick little jabs coming in by Askren. Demian Maia standing his ground, kind of inviting Askren forward. They go into the clinch. We've just had nearly a minute of this second round. It is quite interesting because those strikes are going to start taking effect. I already feel like Maia's taken too many to the head. Maia's had some success as well. Oh, big strike by Maia, and Askren had to fire a counter of his own. It is very much like chess, but for me, Askren is getting more joy on the face of Maia. That face of Maia is already cut. There's blood coming down. Askren, amazingly, has found more joy with the striking than Maia has. They're into a clinch. We've not seen a great deal of grappling. But I do get the feeling that Maia is going to be tiring. He looks a bit wobbly to me, Maia. He really does. He's standing his ground, though. You never know if he's playing a bit of possum. There's still going to be a lot of strength, a lot of power in those arms. Demian Maia standing his ground. Askren just seems to be taking this. It just makes what Masvidal did even more impressive because Maia has found a few shots straight down the middle and Askren's been taking them. Yeah, nice uppercut by Ben Askren. Shot to the body. I'm telling you, Maia just doesn't look great on his feet. He really looks a bit wobbly here. He looks for the taking. He really looks for the taking. Very, very surprised that Askren... And no defense. No defense. No defense. Maia's got no defense. His hands are down. He's just eaten about 5 shots in a row there. Ben Askren getting so much joy from his strikes. And it's all because Maia's forgot to defend. He has no defense. I don't know why he's not keeping his hands up. I don't know why he's not trying to protect himself from those jabs. He is just eating shot after shot after shot, and Askren is just ticking up points on the scorecards. 1 minute 40 left in this second round. Ben Askren has really busted open Maia. He's got an absolute crimson mask. We're deep into the second round, and this is Askren's fight. Absolutely Askren's fight. How is this going to play out, though? Go lunging down for the legs. And gets a takedown, Ben Askren. So Askren takes down Maia. Maia finds himself on his back, but I gotta be honest, he might just be happy. He might just be happy to be off his feet because he's got the arm. He has got top position now. He's managed to switch Askren around. And it's not often you see Askren get out-grappled, out-wrestled. But we just saw a wonderful phase there by Maia. And he got the better of Askren. We have seen Askren out-grappled. Wonderful stuff. Maia needed that. He's on top. He's throwing some shots. Oh, but Askren's reversing it back around again. These two doing some wonderful stuff on the ground. There's not long left of this second round. Constantly jockeying for position. They're trying to tie each other up, looking for the legs. And it's time. It is absolutely time. What a really good round that was. Really interesting stuff. Both guys trying to get the advantage. Maia, for me, has taken too much punishment to the head. Don't know why he's been standing and throwing for so long. He might get more joy with grappling. I know that Askren is a fantastic wrestler, but Maia is, he's got skills to pay the bills as well. Really interesting stuff. He's either got no defense or Askren is a master striker. Well, I don't believe that Askren is a master striker. Too many occasions it was just wide open. They're just seeing replays here. There is no defense whatsoever. His hands are nowhere near his head, and Askren is able to just swing and connect. And Askren is going to have some degree of power, even if he doesn't have knockout power. And all of those strikes have added up. But man, that grappling, that transition was so beautiful. Really good stuff there by Maia on the ground. Askren well up in this. And I got to tell you, Maia needs a big round. He needs a big round here. He's not out of this fight, but he needs a big round. He looks wobbly on his feet to me. Maybe he's done. Maybe this was a bridge too far for him. Maybe Askren is the real deal, but just couldn't show it against Masvidal because of that flying knee. I don't know. It's still to be decided. The jury is still out. We're into round 3. Both guys standing their ground in the center. The Dad Bod Championship. Askren desperately trying to get a takedown, and he gets it. Great takedown by Askren. So Maia finds himself on his back. Askren on top, firing some shots into the head. Yeah, they're asking now, is Maia going to start to slow down? No, he's got back up to his feet, though. He doesn't look convincing, though. I just get the sense, I don't know if Maia knows what to do. He is getting a little bit of joy with his jabs. We can see some damage onto the head of Askren. But honestly, I don't think Maia knows what to do. I think he's tried to throw some strikes and Askren just keeps coming at him. I think he's had a little bit of a taste on the ground and knows how strong Askren is down there as well. And the longer this fight is going on, I think he's tiring as well. I honestly think he's tiring. For me, this is looking very, very good for Askren. Very, very good indeed. Both guys on their feet, knee to the body by Maia. Charging forward, big left hand straight down the center. Right hand down the center as well. And again. Askren charging forward. Maia backs away. Throws in a beautiful strike. Askren with the clinch. Halfway through round number 3. Knee to the body by Maia. Let me know in the chat which way you think this is going to go. Can Maia find a way back? We said this in the last fight with Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray did find a way back and actually got the judge's decision. So don't write Maia out. He's still in this fight. And it looks like another takedown though for Ben Askren. But he has switched it round, Maia. He's got the legs of Askren. Askren's on his back. 1 minute 50 left in round number 3. And Maia finds himself on top of Ben Askren. Has he got anything in the tank to make this count, though? What has Maia got? What has Maia got? He'd love a rear naked choke, but I don't think he's going to get it. He's trying that. Ben Askren is holding onto the arm. Oh, is it a rear naked? Is it a rear naked choke? Maia around the back. Couldn't connect the hands, and now he has. Now he has. Rear naked choke. Maia with a rear naked choke. Ben Askren taps. Askren taps. Maia with the victory. Rear naked choke. Big moment. Huge win for Maia. Came out of nowhere. Looked like he was dead in the water. Looked like he was done. Askren has been out-grappled by Maia. That is a big defeat for Askren. Big shock here. Askren did go into this as favourite. I thought Maia might just have enough, but I gotta be honest, he had nothing throughout the fight. Askren was well up. And he was looking, you could see, you could sense. He was looking for that rear naked choke. Couldn't quite get it. Couldn't link the hands. Looked like the opportunity had gone. For whatever reason, Askren left that door open. And he was able to get it the second time. Rear naked choke. There was too much time on the clock. There was nowhere for Ben Askren to go. He had no choice. Look at that. He manages to pull the arms apart. And before he knows it, the arms just come straight back around underneath the chin. He's done. And there's the tap. There is the tap. And he almost gets put to sleep as well. I mean, I don't think he did get put to sleep, but he was literally seconds away from going to sleep again. And I honestly don't know where Ben Askren goes from here. I don't know. I hope they speak to him, because I don't know what choices he's got now, because he got knocked out by Masvidal. He's now just found himself out grappled by Maia. I mean, in all fairness, Askren was up in that fight. If that had gone to judges' scorecards, he was up in the fight. He just got caught, but you can't get caught in the UFC. And there's got to be real questions now. There's got to be real concern for Ben Askren's future. Honestly, I don't know where Maia goes from here as well, because he didn't look great in that fight. He didn't look great in that fight at all. So I don't think there's a bright future for either of these guys in the UFC, to be honest. I can't see either of these guys winning championships. But it's not really about that. I think for me, this is the death of Ben Askren's UFC career. I just don't know where he goes from here. It's going to be a long way back as well. Rear naked choke. Demian Maia. Big, 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 big win. 3 minutes 54 in round number 3. Askren Norton 3. Go home. Send them both to Bellator. Let's see what he's got to say. He said he wanted to get an advantage in the striking to make him more tired, but he didn't do that. He didn't achieve that at all. Don't know why, but the screen's gone green. I don't know if I'm the only one suffering from this, but I've got like a green screen. Has something gone wrong with the feed? Or maybe my TV just broke. I don't think he was up in that fight at all. I think Maia was landing the significant strikes. Ben had a couple of takedowns, but once he got him down, Demian reversed the position. I think he was getting... I mean, I'd need to see total strikes, but his strikes... I'd need to see the significant strikes, to be honest. I don't have those numbers, but it looked to me like Maia was slowing down, looked like he was getting tired. It looked like Askren was getting much more shots off and more joy with shots to the head. Certainly Maia was carrying more damage. Askren had got more takedowns as well. I feel like Askren had more control time of the fight. You're absolutely right, though. When he was down, he was managing to reverse positions. I seriously would have Askren up in that fight, though. But excellent points. Excellent points. I hope they speak to Askren, because I want to know what he thinks the future holds. Most submissions, UFC history. Damian Maia with 11. Royce Gracie with 10. Nate Diaz with 9. Charles Oliveira with 13. Incredible career. I don't know where he goes from here, in all fairness. A really great prospect, Ben Askren, but just couldn't follow it through, could he? I'm not sure we're going to hear from Ben. I think Ben's already left by the looks of it. Askren sucks. Yeah, I mean, Maia's gone over to the crowd. He's having his picture taken with people. Obviously, he's in high spirits. It was a hell of a fight for him. It wasn't easy by any means. But a big, big win. It is absolutely incredible. Askren is one-dimensional. No way he wins the title, I agree. Maybe one more fight in the UFC, and then back to one or Bellator. Yeah. Yeah. I can't disagree. It has been absolutely incredible scenes. Absolutely incredible. I gotta say that overall, I thought the show was, I'll go with average. I really enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed the first fight as well. The fights in the middle weren't as strong as what I had hoped for. But gotta be honest, it's all about next week, guys. It is all about next week. UFC 244. Cannot even begin to tell you how hyped I am for that event. That event is absolutely massive. We all know about Diaz Masvidal. Obviously, we've got Gastelum against Till as well. We've got... there's loads. Lewis against Ivanov. It's a really, really stacked card. Something for us to really look forward to, really enjoy. We almost lost that Diaz fight. Diaz against Masvidal. It's still on. It's still going to happen. Next week, we are streaming that event. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel that you hit that subscribe. I'm not even going to ask you to turn notifications on. I'd rather you didn't, because we do a lot of stuff that's not UFC. Just make sure you join us next week for UFC 244. Absolutely incredible scenes as the show comes to an end. Where does Askren go from here? Where does Maia go from here as well? So very interesting stuff. Really, really appreciate you guys joining us. It was a weird time to start. Middle of the day here, just after lunchtime here in the UK. Normally it's middle of the night. So I appreciate this is something a little bit different. So I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot for watching. And hopefully I see you again next time. Bye for now.